Oh my goodness. Hello. I was not quite started yet, so I apologize. But welcome in, Shano. How was your stream? Thanks for raiding in. How was everybody doing today? I'd love to see any work that you did, if you have anything you want to share, especially if it's work safe. Welcome in, Raiders. By the way, my name is Casey. I'm not... Sorry, this was yesterday's warm-up, but it's all I have right now, because I haven't quite finished setting up. But we're going to be doing the art gym today. So yesterday we did hands and arms. Today I'm doing cars. I'm terrible at drawing cars, so prepare yourself for some bad drawings. That's what you're going to be watching. So if you want to stick around for that, feel free. Hey Daniel, how's it going? Good to see ya. Yeah, I know, it's very surprising. You guys go give Shono a follow. I was lurking on Shono's stream the other day, and it's a good time. He does a lot of really cool drawings, and you should go check him out. I've only recently been acquainted, but I'm looking forward to getting to know his work better. We were talking about like convention stuff, I believe, last time I was in your chat. And yeah, good luck. Hopefully the setup is going well. I am also thinking about getting back into conventioning this year. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Mr. Blu-ray, good to see you. For anyone who's not been here before, my name is Casey. So in the morning, well, in the mornings, typically Monday through Wednesday, I do the art gym. So the art gym is just kind of a group study session. If you want to draw along, you can. If you want to share what you draw along, we have a Discord where you can drop your studies in the art gym section. So if you want to, but if you know, I also get it if you don't want to join another Discord. There's so many out there, so no pressure, but that is the easiest way for me to find the studies that people do. And then you can also post your links in chat, though, at the end of stream if you'd like to show off some studies. But we do all kinds of things. We do like human anatomy. Let me see if I can show you a few examples. So we do a lot of human anatomy stuff because I'm trying to get better at humans, but we also do a lot of like creature stuff. Talk about how to observe, how to train your observation eye, how to ask questions while you're drawing so that you're studying versus copying. So if you're somebody who has always wanted to create the habit of doing studies and starting your day off with studies, or doing like, 15 to 30 minutes of studying every day about different topics to improve your skills, that's kind of why I started doing this stream series, because I need to do that more. And you guys are basically my accountability partners, so thank you for that. Hey Easel, we also have a Draw Me an Animal game that we'll play here in a minute because I see Easel has redeemed that. But yeah, so that's what you guys have rated into today, is the art gym. Typically in the afternoons, here's one that we did of like swords, because I'm really bad at doing metal and I want to get better at metal. But yeah, typically in the afternoons we do streams from my studio, and they'll do more long form things, and I'll show you some of those. Here are... Well, like tomorrow, we're supposed to be doing sculpting. You guys, I've been having a lot of issues. For anyone who was at my afternoon stream yesterday, I apologize. I'm sure it was a terrible viewing experience because my computer crashed and my internet went out multiple times. It's just been a huge issue. For some reason at my studio, I'm just having so many internet problems especially, and then just random crashes. So I've got to figure all that out. I'm kind of thinking I might have to cancel afternoon streams until that gets sorted, unfortunately, just because I talked to my roommate about it, but I mean, I don't think I can really stream from home in the afternoons, just because she gets home between, like, pretty much when I would start streaming. So unfortunately, I may have to put a stop to afternoon streams until I can get it sorted. I'm really sad about it, but, because I've been doing those afternoon streams, Mondays and Wednesdays, for over 2 years now. That was kind of my first goal when I got back into streaming in 2023, was just to see if I could commit to a schedule. But typically in the afternoons, what you would see would be these kinds of things. Me working on like illustration pieces for my portfolio, creature design prompts, just like more project-based stuff. But I may just have to start doing that offline, I guess, until, I don't know, it's really frustrating. I'm trying not to be sad about it. But I don't know what else to do. Yesterday was especially frustrating because I got some very generous raids, and then it just all fell apart. And so I just feel like it's not a good experience for people right now, and it's extremely disheartening for me to stream and set aside time to do all of that and then just like have it. No, anyway, I'm still processing it, but yeah, I was pretty discouraged yesterday, and so I think I'm just gonna have to put a pause, unfortunately, at least temporary pause on the afternoon streams. But hopefully one day you guys will be able to see me do stuff like this again in the afternoons. But right now, I think I want to prioritize, at the very least, I know I can do these streams from my apartment. And so we're definitely going to keep doing the Monday through Wednesday morning warm-up streams. And then if I can incorporate extra morning streams throughout the week, like if I have a late start day or something at work, maybe I'll do some extras to make up for the lack of afternoon streams. But I just, until I can especially get the internet problem sorted, it just, like yesterday, it was out for over 40 minutes. And like, I was so frustrated yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, so I'll, once I get my thoughts together on that and can talk to my studio landlords more, I'll have more information for you guys on the Discord, and I'll probably make a post on social media about it just to like put it out there. I don't know. Anyway, but sorry, my name's Casey and that's what I do. So welcome in, and thank you again for rating Shono. I didn't see any links from Shono, so you guys make sure you go follow. And in a second, if I can, I'll pull up like an Insta or something. But let me scroll up and say hi to everybody, and then we will get started. Let's see. Sorry, I just got a text. Okay. Let's see who's here. So we have Rue. Welcome in, Rue. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you to all my mods for hanging out and putting up with me. I really appreciate you guys. Hey, Bickman. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well. Oh, and I pinned the car. So today we're doing cars. We're doing cars or vehicles. If you want to do that, if you want to do something else, that's fine too. But I'm gonna remake this here in a second. We'll do cars. I promise it's not gonna be arms. This was yesterday. Yeah. So if you want to draw along, if you want to get started, I always recommend just trying to. If you don't know where to start, just set a timer and pick a picture and start to practice. Just start to study. And see how long you can go for. I feel like 15 minutes to 30 minutes is a lot more manageable than like an hour for most people, so feel free to give that a shot. And again, if you want to share, we'll look at it at the end. Yeah, we're doing Cars Day. Hey, Amaze, how you doing? Welcome in, Charlie's Dragon. There's a car in that set. That's true. That's true. Car for scale. I was just thinking about vehicles be good for study. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And if anyone has study suggestions, please let me know. Drop ideas in the chat, or if you go to the Discord, there is a stream event chat section. You can drop ideas in there. I have a little pinned note. Basically, that's kind of where I'm going to be pulling for concepts and study topics from every time I make the calendar. So, and the calendar is in the Discord as well. Mark Tuta draws. Tutaj draws. I'm not sure how to say your name. Mark Uda, I don't know. But welcome in, Mark. It's good to have you. Let's see. I think I said hi to everyone. Hey, Paleo, how are you? I will get to your gentle lemur here in a second, Isel. Hey, Raga, good to see you. Yeah, Isel. Oh my gosh, I was like, I've just been having a rough like week anyway, and so I think yesterday it was. I don't want to think about it too much. I was so discouraged last night, you guys. I pretty much like. Well, anyway. It's a new day. It's a new day. But yeah, that was pretty discouraging. You enjoyed what we got of the stream? Well, thank you. I'm glad that you had a good time. I just feel like it's such a bad experience, and it's such a... I don't want to discourage people to raid into me because of tech issues either. Like, because I am trying to get into the industry, and I feel like it's just bad on a lot of levels for me to be streaming when I have so many issues. So yeah, I think I am going to cancel tomorrow's afternoon stream and just see. I talked to my studio landlords about like resetting the whole system sometime this week. I'm really hoping they do it today. They may not get to it until tomorrow or later this week, but they said they would and they'd keep me posted. And we'll just see if that fixes it. If not, I'm going to see if I can get them to replace any parts of it, or if I'm going to have to pay for that. There's a chance I may have to try just for a month, seeing if having my own internet connection will work out there, but that's going to be an extra $75 a month that I don't really have budgeted for. So there's just a lot to consider. I'm going to try and take it one step at a time and not get overwhelmed, but I'm just a little frustrated and sad about it, because I love that space and I really want it to be a space that continues to work for me. I've been there for 2 years and we've never had these issues, so I'm really hoping it's something that's solvable. It's just really frustrating. Anyway. Oh, Starlink is expensive too, though. Miss Art Rules, it's not cheap. Let's see. Let me keep saying hi. Hey, Skittle, good to see you guys here. Hey, make sure you guys are following all the other cool artists in the chat too. We got Be a Diesel, we got Skittle. I'll give you guys shout outs as I can here in a second. But thanks for being here. Hey, Dr. Hubs, I appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well. Good to see ya. Sorry for being so rambly. Or I guess thank you for putting up with my rambles. I know some of you don't mind, but for anyone who minds, I appreciate you putting up with me. Thank you, Isel. That means a lot. It is stressful. It doesn't ruin the stream. It kind of ruins it for me. I think I get so frustrated about it. I really just, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it. I just don't know what to do. Got a raid right as I started the stream. I don't think discouragement from raiding. Well, maybe because, you know, Shono doesn't know I'm having tech issues at the studio. But people who've raided in, I'm just concerned that it would be like a, I don't know, especially with you guys being so nice about like wanting me to get partner and stuff. It really does hurt all the stream stats, and it hurts my ability to, anyway, I don't want to get into it too much. I've already rambled enough. But I appreciate you guys, thanks. Can't see the text still past your chat. Oh, past your cat. Recent issues are still fresh. Yeah, it's just really frustrating, Sloppy, yeah. Bottom of the feet? We have done a foot study before, Dan the BC Man. I felt weird about doing another one though, because I got so many foot comments. So I'm not sure if we'll do another foot one. You have a Twitch artist recommend. Nice. Yeah, if you... Wait, recommend Dash? Is that the name? Do you wanna, if you wanna, I don't know if you're in the Discord, Germs, but if you wanna put a link to their stream in the stream share section, I'm always looking in there for new folks to check out. Whether it's your own stream or a streamer you find that you think would be really fun for folks, feel free to drop a link at any, even if they're not live, like it's totally fine to promote other streamers there too, if you find somebody you think is really cool. Thank you. I'm always looking for new folks. He had similar issues years ago. It turned out to be the router. Yeah, I think we're gonna, the next step after a reset, I've told them is like, I'm gonna request that we can replace the router. I don't know if they're gonna replace it or if I'm gonna have to pay for it. So if anyone has router recommendations, I will take those in the Discord as well. I've got a few written down that folks have recommended as good ones. Yeah, it's just a whole thing right now. Could be healing if you're, oh my gosh, Bickman. Thank you for the cheesy joke. Bring the smile. My goodness. Okay. You're good, you're good. Hey, Bots and Magic. Thanks for sticking out here again. Bots, you've been hanging out a fair bit and I appreciate you. Bots witnessed all the craziness last night. Bots and Magic is another, I think we rated you one time, but Bots and Magic's another streamer you guys should follow. Let's see. Most ISPs will take back and replace their routers. Oh, that's good to know, Sloppy Salamander. Yeah, maybe I'll ask them if that's, I didn't actually think about that. That's a great suggestion. Maybe I will ask them and kind of say, okay, if we do this reset and it doesn't fix it, can you talk to the ISP about replacing the routers and the modems? But will you be the sole person making jokes? Oh my gosh, you guys. That gets kind of corny. I'm just throwing everybody cheese right now. You all get cheese. Eat up. Third party, it's obviously, yeah, I don't, and that's what I don't know. I'll ask. The guy who is the I guess, landlord of the studio property is an IT tech guy, so it's possible that he's doing third party or has got his own source, maybe. I don't know. Hopefully I can actually just talk to him about it. Because I think right now I've been kind of communicating through his wife, and she's not as techie, and I think it might just be creating some communication barriers. So anyway. But make sure you guys follow Blue Skittle as well. Skittle, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Skittle, all these artists are amazing. There's so many awesome artists in the chat. Whoops, did I mess that up? Or did we already get you a shout out maybe? But everybody, make sure everybody follow everybody. Everyone's amazing. Okay, I think I said hi to everybody. I'm not sure if I missed somebody in chat. I apologize. Just let me know. But let's do this Draw Me an Animal really fast, and then I will set up for today's study. But like I said, if you guys are already wanting to start studying, you do not have to wait on me. Create a conga line. Yeah, everybody follow everybody. Even if they don't stream, just follow everybody. Skittle is amazing, yes, as is Ethel. I agree. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. So you said a gentle lemur, specifically a gentle lemur. I don't know if I've ever heard of a gentle lemur. I kind of think of all lemurs as being relatively gentle in nature, but I guess not. How do I see how to make sure I got it? Okay, I did the cool yesterday. Oh, did I hydrate? Probably. Maybe. Okay, we'll stretch, hydrate, and let's draw this gentle lemur. So for anyone who's not been here for a Draw Me an Animal game before, the way it works is I'm going to guess what this animal looks like. I'm going to draw it. I have 5 minutes to draw it, and I'm going to just try my best. And if you want to draw along yourself, you can. If you want to look it up and just laugh at how close or far I get, you can. Wow, my handwriting is bad today. Today, like it's not bad every day. But I just ask that there's no hints in chat, please, so that it's just more fun that way. Gentle lemur. Okay. And then I'm gonna draw it, and then we're gonna look it up and learn about it. So it's 10:26. I'm gonna draw this little guy. So I mean, I know what like a general lemur looks like. A gentle lemur? Maybe they're like soft and pudgy. Maybe they just have like gentle faces. Doo doo doo. Dee dee dee. There we go. Before you go. Oh wow, I looked to make them look crazed, so that's exciting. I'm gonna make a little chunky lemur. Because I have no idea what this is gonna look like. It's gonna be vaguely lemur shaped, I guess. He's just chunky, because I want him to be. He's just a little derpy, that's all. He's gentle. There we go. I don't know. There's a lot of different kind of lemurs, and I really don't know much about more than like I know the ringtail and I know the giant lemur. There's a huge variety. I'm not super familiar with all the different lemurs. I'm kind of not a huge fan of primates in general. Lemurs are one of the few that I don't mind drawing, but primates kind of weird me out. So it's definitely like a blind spot in my animal knowledge. Oh, thank you, Charzier, for the posture check. I am slouching a little bit. Everybody unshrimp, practicing good posture. Here, I'm gonna pull my thing closer to me so that I don't hunch as much. I also need to get this thing raised up, I think would help. It's just too low. So I tend to hunch worse here at the apartment than I do at the studio. Okay. Oh my gosh, my phone is blowing up right now. What is happening? It's very distracting. Let's, there we go. Okay. Gentle lemur, how gentle are you? So gentle. How is your face? What does your face do? I'm just gonna give him a little, it just looks like a teddy bear. There we go, he's got big eyes. You know what, we're gonna give him little, just because I like dark feets, we're gonna give him little dark feets. Maybe like a, what was that? It's a very loud sound. Maybe it came from upstairs, I don't know. I don't know. I know he's probably not got stripes, but when I think lemur, I tend to think like ringtails. So here we go. There's my gentle lemur. He's probably a tree climber because most of them are, so I'm gonna put him on a little tree. Why is the tree red? I don't know. It just decided to be today. When it woke up, it said, you know what color I'm gonna be? I'm gonna be a red tree. There we go. He's sitting in a tree. Tree has leaves. Ah! Oh gosh. Thoughts. Thank you. Sorry that I yelled. Usually I don't get jump scared here at the studio because it's so much quieter, but I guess today is an exception. There we go. He's in a tree. Okay, let's learn about this thing. And see what happens. Let's see. Gentle lemur. Uh-oh. Oh, my keyboard's breaking. Everything's breaking! You guys, I'm so tired of tech issues right now. I just want to go, like, cry in the couch. Ugh. Nothing is working. Gentle lemur. There we go. Oh, he's brown! And he does have a little, like, that little lemur, so I feel like I got close for not knowing what this is. He does not have stripes on his tail. And he's not that chunky. I mean, he's a little chunky. Okay, yeah, he's kind of chunky. You know what? I'm gonna say he's chunky. I definitely exaggerated the chunk, but I'm gonna say I got like an 80% on this one. So here is a gentle lemur. He's much darker than I drew. But let's learn about the gentle lemur. Oh wow, Lacalotra, oh my gosh, I don't know. We're gonna call it the gentle lemur. I like that better. Yeah, because I cannot say that. He's a little fluff. Look at him. Look at him. I always forget lemurs have the weird fluff ears, like earmuffs almost. Yeah, it was pretty close. He's chunkier than I expected. Yeah, look at him. He's gentle and chunky. But mostly looks like a little monkey, I would say. Oh, it's critically endangered. You hate to learn about him being critically endangered. Of course, because it's a lemur and it only lives in this really tiny region of Madagascar, which is already an island, which already means it's more susceptible to invasive species. I'm sure that's part of why it's endangered, but let's learn about it. Okay. It's also called the Alaotran bamboo lemur. Or the reed lemur. Aw. So actually it lives in, well, I guess it does climb trees, but it's on reeds apparently a lot. It is a subspecies of the eastern lesser bamboo lemur. Okay. Because of habitat destruction, the population has been declining. Oh man. Here, let me post this so you guys can read along if you'd like to. Okay, talk about taxonomy. Let's see. The tail and body of the bamboo lemur are 16 inches on average. It weighs 2 to 3 pounds. Males slightly larger. Females, its dense woolly fur is a gray-brown on the back, lighter gray on the face and chest, chestnut brown on the head and neck. Okay. It's the only primate specifically adapted to living in papyrus reeds. So I'm gonna give myself, you know, like a 70% because I put it in a tree because most lemurs are arboreal, they live in trees. But this one is mostly hanging around on like reeds and bamboo, I guess, or whatever the equivalent of that would be in Madagascar. Interesting, interesting. Population of the bamboo lemur is declining as suitable habitat around the lake that it lives is being destroyed and converted into rice fields. Ugh. Other threats include the burning of the marshland and hunting of lemurs for food and the pet trade. I'm surprised invasive species aren't an issue. Maybe they don't have that much of a problem in Madagascar. You would think that they would though. Like I feel like any island nation has a really hard time with or any just island population has a hard time with invasive species. Interesting. There are some captive breeding programs to help save it. Very cool. Love that. Burning, hunting food, capturing lemurs as pets. Local communities employ various hunting methods. Oh, yeah, so there's a lot of bushmeat stuff going on. I know, it's sad that they're endangered, right? It might be a subspecies, but yeah, that's kind of what it's talking about right here. There's like a lot of debate about it being a subspecies or not. We can look at the greater population of the eastern lesser bamboo lemur. They're still vulnerable though, which is sad. Yeah. They're a little more broadly distributed though. So I can see why there might be some conflict there with like whether or not it's, I know, right? Isla, isn't that always so distressing when you hear about these cool animals being endangered? It just makes me so sad. Don't keep them as pets, yeah. But there are some cases where it's like incidentally the pet trade has saved some species that are super endangered. But because they've become more responsible captive breeding programs with zoos primarily. I think I broke my light slightly, guys. Hold on. Sorry, I got really distracted just now, but this is the first time I've noticed this. Oh, yep. Well, it's not broken. I think maybe a bracket inside. So I knocked the light over on accident the other day, and there's been something rattling around inside ever since, but at least it's not a light. It looks like it's just a piece of plastic. Sorry, it's the first time I've noticed that. I could see it. It's very small, but it still works, so we're fine. Okay. Anyway. Thank you, Isla, for telling us about this gentle lemur. It's very, very chunky, actually. So I'm going to say I got like a 70% on it. I knew it was a lemur. I made it chunky on accident. And there we are. So that's the Draw Me an Animal game. If you guys want to learn more about it, just click the links. And thanks, Charlie's Dragon, for providing some extra links there, too, if people want to learn more. Okay, let's draw some cars. And anybody who I missed in chat while I was drawing, I'm so sorry. Let me scroll up really fast and just see... He's utter perfection. You're gonna be best friends. Yeah, enjoy. And welcome in if I didn't say hi, Charzia. Let's see. Oh my gosh, putting those knees in chat. My goodness. Sans would put the hand slapping knee emote. Well, don't worry, Miss Yvette's got you, apparently. Let's see. Okay, I don't think I missed anybody too much in chat while I was drawing. Okay. I thought I heard somewhere that the axolotl might be in that situation. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, I think it's mostly, like, amphibians and reptiles that I've heard of that have been, like, inadvertently saved, quote-unquote, by the pet trade. But that's not to say that the pet trade is a good thing, because a lot of times the pet trade is why they're going extinct, because they're being taken out of the wild and so they can't find mates. So especially with exotic animals, please don't keep exotic animals unless you know for sure they've already been bred in captivity. But even then, the buying and selling of exotic pets encourages more of them to be taken from the wild by people who want to make a quick buck and they don't care about or think about the natural, like the wild breeding populations. So it's just not a good thing in general. Okay, let's draw some cars. Now to completely switch gears and draw something that I am super uncomfortable drawing, even when I have reference. We're gonna draw cars. We're gonna attempt to draw cars today. At least I am. You guys can draw what you want. Feel free to put any studies that you make into the Art Gym study section. The whole purpose of this is to encourage one another to do the hard work of practicing drawing from observation. This is typically not something that most artists super enjoy. We all know we should be doing it, but most of us don't make time to do it, or at least I'd never made time to do it really. And yeah, it shows. Because I just feel like I don't have the skill set that I should have. I don't study enough. And so I'm trying to change that, perpetually, actually. But especially trying to change that by doing this series. So I'm gonna go into the vehicles section of my Pinterest board, which is posted at the top of chat if anybody wants to draw along. Just fair warning, this little mantra here, let's get the bad drawings out, definitely applies today. I am not proficient at drawing cars. It's not my jam. It's not my... Why are all the cars in here just like classic cars? It's like every car in my reference folder here is a classic car. What the heck? That's really funny. But yeah, if you guys have any cars you want to suggest, feel free. Let's just type in a sports car. I feel like those are popular. I'm terrible at drawing them, so just, again, expect very little from me. I really like the shapes in old cars. I guess that's why I've had pinned so many. Oh, that one's very funny. Also, why do so many of these car pictures look like they're AI? That's the other thing. I don't have as much proficiency with cars, so I don't want to be studying the wrong thing. So let me actually go to Google search and do before:2022. That's how I usually search for images these days, to kind of get rid of all the AI garbage. And let's go to the images. That might not be working anymore, actually, because those look way more before 2022 sports car. I'm trying to find good. Maybe I'll do before 2020, honestly. There we go. Best new sports cars of 2020. So some of these might be photoshopped, but at least they aren't incorrect. That's always the danger, I feel, with AI images when you're trying to find reference photos these days. It's extremely tricky. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do this one because this looks like it's just been photoshopped, but not necessarily incorrect. Ugh, I really don't like the way it works though. Actually, let's do before 2020 Mustang, just because I know that's a car. Okay. I don't know anything about cars, you guys. Please help if anyone has suggestions. Here we go. Okay, basic car. Got it. I'm gonna pin that to Pinterest. That way, if anybody else wants to draw this car, you can. You can just go to the vehicles section. It'll be there. It's just a red Mustang. Let's see, cars. Okay. Copy image, paste. I might do like a off-wheel, like a four-wheel drive car next, just because I feel like I'm more familiar with those, and I can tell if it's like AI or photoshopped a little bit better, maybe. Okay, how do I get that to stop doing that? Normally, I do some kind of like anatomy study first. And I guess I could do a car anatomy study. Okay, Krita, don't do this to me. Computer? Computer. I have cleared, you guys, I have cleared so many videos from this computer this month. There is no reason it should be needing extra time to do so. I've cleared probably 300 gigs of video files from this computer in the last like 2 weeks. That's pretty much all I've been doing when I'm not streaming. Has been uploading old art gems to YouTube. So if anybody wants to go draw along and I'm not currently live, you can always find some art gem stuff. I'm basically going to be having a daily post until May. That's where I'm up to right now, is I've got them scheduled out till May. I think I've got like 15 videos left to post. I should get them done today after stream. That's my goal. And then they're all going to be up there, and then hopefully I'll be able to just like keep posting them there until I'm caught up to present day streams, which I'm thinking will happen like in early June probably. Just based on how many more days between now and May. Maybe it'll be mid-June. But I'm hoping to start cross-streaming on YouTube at that point as well. So let's draw cars, I guess. Blah, blah. Model T is a good one. I do have some of those, I think, actually pinned. Apparently there's a lot of AI on Pinterest. Yeah, I usually try to pin things from outside. Yep, exactly. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. You like classic cars, Earth Shine? Well, good. If you have any suggestions, let me know. You drive a Mini Cooper. Mini Coopers are cute. I've drawn one of those before when we did an older car study, almost a year ago, actually. I think the last time I drew a car in stream was about a year ago. We did an Invasive Species Week and cars for some reason, so I drew a bunch of like animals driving cars. You can actually find them on YouTube if you're interested. Hey, Chris Wright. Remember when Goku and Piccolo went to drink? Yes, I do. That was one of my favorite episodes. It was like one of the best filler episodes ever. Very fun. Very fun. This is the Kamehameha. Oh, what are you guys talking about? What is going on? How you doing, Chris Wright? Good to see you. You guys should follow Chris Wright too. By the way, Chris, hope you're doing well. Wait, did I spell your name right? What's going on? Yes. Okay. You remember the animals driving cars? Nice. Yeah, you've been around for a minute, Charlie's Dragon. That's like some old Casey lore right there. Oh my gosh, meanwhile, Isel and Bickman are just having a pun off. Thank you for flinging cheese at them, amaze. You always struggle drawing the wheels in perspective. I need to do more perspective drawing. I just get so bored with it, and I can't figure out the dang tools is the other problem. It's a skill issue, for sure. But it's also just a lack of patience on my part. Something I need to get over, I'm sure. But until then, I'm just gonna freehand this one from profile. Because, you know, I just don't change, I guess. How do these work? And they have, yeah, I need to probably study more about car anatomy. I feel like that would help me understand how to draw them in general better. I do try to think about it as like what's going on underneath. Like I'm trying to draw the shapes the same way that I would do with an animal. So I've got like the body of the car, you know, the engine area, you got the trunk. So there are still kind of those three big sections. But I just don't know enough about what's going on underneath to really know how to break them apart. But you know, one of these days perhaps I will learn. Maybe not today, but one of these days. Again though, that's kind of the purpose of the art gym, is because it's making me draw things that I would not otherwise draw. So, and again, just you know, show me some grace. These are going to be really bad drawings today. I appreciate your patience with that. And hopefully, I don't know, maybe that encourages people who feel like they're also not great at drawing cars too, or drawing something, to be okay with making a bad drawing. Part of why we do this motto? I don't know why I said it that way. I tried to say mantra and motto at the same time. Is because I feel like making a bad quote-unquote drawing is a lot of what actually stops people from continuing to develop their art skill, is because we get frustrated. We can see that there's something wrong. We can see that there's a skill issue there, and it just kind of makes you want to give up and draw something more comfortable. At least that's for me, that has always been the case. And it's just something you have to push through, and there's really not a silver bullet to get through it, right? You just have to keep doing it. Yeah, cars are boxy. I mean, one way that you could do a car is to literally just draw a rectangle in perspective, right? And then you could build on top of that. I don't love that method personally, but I also just don't like squares. I like round shapes. And so that's a personal failure. That does not mean that the way I'm doing this is the way you should do it. this is just my personal bias and preferences coming out here, I think. But you have to be bad at something before you can get good at it. Exactly. I am not good at that. I just want to be we all do. No, Charlie, you're not alone, Charlie's Dragon. We all feel, I think that's a very human thing. Most people, I mean, I saw this certainly all the time. This is why kids stop drawing. I mean, this is something that basically as soon as you become self-aware and realize, like, become aware of like yourself in comparison to others, you get self-conscious. And then that can be reflected back on yourself even if no one else ever sees it. You get self-conscious to yourself and you're like, I'm judging this because I feel like this isn't good enough. And it kind of can make you want to give up and move on and do something else. But that's also, you know, you grow in the uncomfortable. So it's like, in some ways it's good to make yourself uncomfortable so that you can get better at something. And that's true a lot of things in life, not just drawing. I mean, I talk a lot about how I have like I have a lot of issues with this and like stage fright and stuff, and how teaching was something that just kind of forced me. It was like exposure therapy, basically. It forced me into a position where I had to get over my fears of speaking in public and talking to people and putting myself in front of big groups. Still not my favorite, but it helped me develop the skills I need to like be able to sort of figure out how to deal with that and be more used to it. And eventually you become proficient at it. And it's the same thing with any kind of skill set, right? Most people aren't naturally born with skill sets. I would say the biggest skill set we all have that we're all born with is breathing. Everything else is learned. Like walking is learned, you know, talking is learned, everything, you know, our whole lives basically are skill building, and you just kind of have to decide if it's worth it to push through or not. And for some people they decide it's not, you know, it's like, I don't really care about drawing. I don't like that I'm drawing poorly and that I'll have to sit here and practice to get better, so I'm just not going to do it. And that might change, you know, later in life. You might change your mind and decide that you would like to do those things. Crying is a skill. Is it? Maybe crying? Yeah, crying and breathing, I think, are two things we're all real good at naturally. Everybody, you're doing a great job with those basic skills that you were born with. That's some talent. That's some inborn talent. Breathing and crying. Everything else. Used to go to physio. Okay. Yeah. Go have a good time. Dan the BC Man, thanks for lurking. Squares are good, blah. See, this is why I'm a terrible graphic designer. That's why I need to develop that skill set, and my knowledge and acknowledgement of I need to be better at that, probably to increase my own marketability as an artist, is the driving force behind me being like, I should learn about grids. I should learn about layout. Like, I should learn about typography. But like naturally, I have no interest in those things. I really like organic shapes. I do not enjoy lines and squares. So this is that disconnect there. Yeah. Driving animals is fun. And I think at the time too, it like made me more excited to draw the car, and that's part of why I combined it, because I was like, I have no interest in drawing this car. But if I put an animal in it, then suddenly there's like a reason for me to be drawing the car, and I'm more interested. I think that was kind of my thinking behind that. You're in school to be a designer, and typography looks cool, but I do not care if yeah, see, exactly, Earths. And see, that's the thing, I can appreciate good design. I just have very little interest in learning how to make it myself. I think a lot of it is because I am very, very, very function over form just as a person. I don't care about appearances, really. I don't care about, like, I've had this shirt forever and I'm gonna wear it until it's moth-eaten. Like, I do not care. And I want things to work. I don't want to spend money unnecessarily. I don't want to spend time unnecessarily thinking about form over function. Like, I don't like decorating. I'm just not that kind of a person. And so I think that also lends itself to like why I don't care much about design. I don't have a natural interest in those things. They don't seem pragmatic to me. And I'm sure graphic designers would have tons of things to say to that. I'm sure graphic designers like, no, that's the whole purpose of good design, is that it can be form and function. And that's like the balancing magic act, right? Like, I understand all of that. Like, I understand all of that on like a conceptual level. It's just that me and like inside of myself, I don't have a desire to like make that a thing. And I'm working on it. I hope that you can find something to love about the process instead of the marketability. Yeah, and see, and I would like to learn how to have that appreciation. Here's the nice thing about not believing in talent, really, is that I know that it's a skill set that I could acquire. And that, to me, that's part of why I harp on so much about the whole, like, anyone can do this. Like, it's not something that some people can do and some people can't, because I think that's actually kind of not, like, unintentional gatekeeping a little bit. It's like, it makes people think, oh, I just don't have the skill. Like I just don't have the talent. I'll just never be able to do that. Some people are just better at this. And I hate that. It's probably the teacher in me, but I really hate that. And so because of that perspective, it does mean that I think, yeah, graphic design is a skill that I could develop. I could develop a design eye. I could develop a certain aesthetic sense. I just haven't put in the time to do it. I haven't gotten the bad design out, in other words. And it's hard for me to find the desire. But I also think the desire, much like curiosity, can be developed. And I just need to find the time and the will is really what it is. Yeah, you just have to put in the work. You just have to put in the work. Yep, and that's the thing. I have tons of interesting still life objects. It's my only form of decoration. You live in a cabinet of curiosities, Isol. See, that's fun. That's fun. Completely oblivious. Yeah. I don't know if I'm oblivious. I just don't care enough to do anything about it. I probably could do things about it, but I don't. I just don't. So you have to go in a bit. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Earth. Thanks for being a part of the conversation. And good luck with your design and typography stuff. It sounds interesting. I feel like learning or trying to teach myself to make a graphic novel has been a big motivator for me to want to learn graphic design. So I'm finding ways to be interested, like I've seen what bad design looks like. I've seen what my first pass terrible, like no thought into the typography looked like. And then my friend Mia, who hasn't streamed in a while, but is incredible. And you guys really should follow her. Is it Mia Pet or the Mia Pet? Does anyone know? We can get her a shout out if anyone knows. If not, I'll look it up in a second. But she's an incredible graphic designer, comic artist. Like I super respect her work. And she took a look at my stuff and like just did a few tweaks to the typography, and it just totally changed the way that the comic looked and felt, and it just like felt more thought out and professional. And I was like, I want to learn how to do that. Like that gives me motivation because it looked so much better. And I'm sure I could apply that to other things like web page design and all. There's so many ways that being a better designer would help me as an artist. So it's like I understand that it's helpful. It's just finding the will to like sit down and be really bad at it for a while that I haven't found yet. Mostly, honestly, because of time. I think if I was freelancing full-time again, like if I was able to somehow make this my full-time gig again, it's just finding a way to pay for health insurance that's stopping me from that. I think I could go back freelance again if not for that. But it's because of the expense of healthcare. It's just not feasible for me right now. Maybe one day, we'll see. But yeah, I think if I had more free time, I would probably find more time to do it and practice and take classes and stuff. Some things you're interested in, some you're not, and sometimes it's about finding the right angle. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like YouTube video or something sounds interesting. Yep. Yeah, and I have a ton of like videos saved to like in the future maybe go and learn some of this stuff. I just haven't found the time or it's a lot of it's time, frankly. Like right now I'm trying to get into illustration, I'm trying to get into the book industry, and like all of my time has been dedicated to like things that are gonna push that needle forward, The graphic design needle is like it's like a tertiary needle for me. It would be really helpful. It's definitely something, maybe secondary. I don't know if it's tertiary, but it's something that's on my radar, but it's just not something I have found time to implement in my schedule. There's only so much time in the day, Got other things I have to do, unfortunately, with my life, other than just draw all day as much as I wish I could. The key is learning to love the work so that it doesn't feel like work anymore. Yeah, I'm sure. It's still a fun time while you're practicing your skill. See, it's funny that you say that, because like when the art gym started, I did not find it fun. I found it incredibly stressful and intimidating. I have learned to find it fun. And maybe I can learn that one day with graphic design. Hopefully. It's on the list. That's why, you guys, if you're not hanging out with Chris Wright, you should. Chris Wright's a graphic designer, and he sometimes does graphic design work on his streams. I'm always asking Chris questions, probably much to his major distraction, but I appreciate you streaming, and I hope to catch another one soon. Learning all this needed to get good at it. That's a lot of energy and time. Yeah, you have more time than energy. I am the opposite, I think. I have so much I have so many things I want to do, and the time, it feels like, is so, like, it's already 11 a.m. It's 11 a.m., guys. Ah, the day is half over. It's very frustrating. I just wish, if only I didn't need to sleep, then I could actually get everything done. You know, no one's ever had that thought before, right? Some folks thrive in pushing through an unpleasant practice. That's true, yeah, and I have to find that hunger that you're talking about. Better visual art skill, but sometimes it helps to find something you love while you're on your way there. Yeah, it'd be nice if I could. I think I'd enjoy it more if I could figure out something to appreciate about it that actually interested me. But I think that would also require me to fundamentally alter some of my perspectives as a person, just as far as like the form versus function thing. And I don't know, I'm pretty ingrained in that at this point. Frivolity does not entice me, I should say. Hey, Bribowette, how you doing? How you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for popping in. You have help? No, you absolutely have helpful answers, Chris. Absolutely, for sure. You hate that Ford took Aston Martin's basic front-end design after buying them? I wouldn't know, because I don't pay attention to form. I have no idea what you're talking about. The other thing too with cars is like, to me there's three types of cars, right? There's cars, there's trucks, and there's like SUV type vehicles or like off-roading type vehicles, right? Like those are the three car types. That's a car. I would not know that this was a Mustang, except for the fact that I typed in that it was a Mustang. It's a bendy car. I don't know. Sports cars have like a bend to them. But yeah, I don't actually know anything about cars. Because again, I just don't care that much. I probably should. Actually, no, I don't think I should. And I have zero interest in caring about cars, other than using them as like plot devices or like objects in like comics or illustration. That's about the extent of my care for vehicles. Which is a decent enough motivation for me, honestly, because I do want to be able to draw them quickly and efficiently. Okay, I figured out what my friend's username here is on Twitch. So you guys should go follow the Mia Pet if you want to catch a cool comic or graphic design layout type stream. She's incredible. She's a busy mom of 3 right now. But eventually, I know she's planning on coming and doing more streaming when she has the time. And sometimes she'll just randomly pop on, so definitely recommend checking out Mia Pet. We do need them to get around. Have I seen Top Gear? Maybe. I don't know. Is that they then sold Aston? I don't know anything about that. I'm sure somebody in chat knows what you're talking about, though, Lunden, definitely. Yeah, we need them to get around, but that doesn't require me to, like, know how they're designed. It just requires me to know that they work. I'm way more interested actually in how engines work than I am in differences between car types. Like, I couldn't care less about the aesthetic. That's the problem. Mom calls them dorky cars? What, sports cars? I'm kind of with you, Mom. I love learning how people lived. Favorite story to help friends with historical fiction is interesting, yeah. Yeah, do it. Yeah, use some draw some historic cars. We did actually like a week of cars last year. I'm just doing one this time. I don't think I can handle a week of cars right now. But we did, I think we did trucks. We did old-timey cars, trucks, and then we did like something else. I can't remember. Maybe it was like work vehicles. So like, you know, like fire trucks and ambulances and like some of the specific purpose vehicles. I think we may have done construction vehicles too. Maybe we should do that one. That actually kind of interests me. Top Gear is one of your favorite shows. You and your brothers want to plan a trip where you film your own special with 3 secondhand cars across South Africa? Wow, that's intense. Well, more power to you, Bribowette. I don't know if I've seen Top Gear. It might be on my list of things to watch. I think cars are sort of moving engineering art. Yeah, I do think the engineering of a car is interesting. I want to, like I said, actually learning about how a car works is more interesting to me, though, than what it looks like. I love what Jason Camisa's doing on YouTube. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I haven't seen Top Gear. Yeah, I haven't either. It might be. Is it a show or is it a movie? If it's a show, it's not on my list. But if it's a movie, it seems like it would be on my list, probably. I just want to color this. I don't want to draw anymore. Color! Let's do some color. Oh, it's a show. Okay, then I definitely haven't seen it. Oh no. Something weird is I don't know if it's my display. Does this look brownish to you guys? Something is wrong with the way the grays are working on my Krita here at home on the Huion. I don't know if it's a setup issue. Like, what is happening? Whenever I use these aliasing brushes here, there's like this weird haze around them or something. It makes me wonder if I have a weird setting toggled on somewhere that I just don't know about. Because whenever I use black or anything here, it's like just this weird greenish tinge that gets put on everything. And then when I do it, and it's every brush, like I don't understand what is going on. Does anyone know what that could be? Because when I draw like that on my Cintiq, it doesn't do that. And it's Krita, it's the same program. So I don't know if it's gotta be a program setting that I've turned on somehow. I don't know. It's really annoying though, because it makes everything look strange. Yeah, for sure, Miss Yvette. I mean, they look weird to you too, so it's not something wrong. Okay, so that happens on yours too? I wonder if it's a Huion thing. I've only noticed it in Krita, but I don't use, to be fair, I don't use Clip Studio a lot. It tends to be a resources hog, more so than Krita, so I usually stream in Krita these days. If you wanted to do a cheap equivalent, just take your own cars on an adventure looking for a relatively local great driving road. It's true. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. I was gonna color this, but it seems like it doesn't want to be colored. Because it's looking weird. Grrr! Don't like that at all. That's annoying as heck. Why is it doing that? It's probably a thing with the brush setting. Yeah, I think it must be a brush setting, but it's like all the brushes are like that. It's not just, and it's only when I use black. See how the edges become greenish? I wonder if it's like the specific gray that I'm using. No, because it's still there. It's still there even on a white background. What is wrong here? Yeah, I guess I could Google it, but that's just like one more thing I have to research. I have so many other tech things that I need to research. It's just mostly annoying. I don't know if it just looks really bad with this red though. It's like extremely obvious because those are complementary colors, green. Like look at that, it makes it like a weird brown. Oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed. Maybe I'll just turn it into a multiply layer and maybe that will fix it. Yeah. But it shouldn't be like that. The multiply helped. I just don't know why it's adding green. Because I definitely use normal layers at my studio as well. Like I don't use multiply layers unless I'm doing shading. Do you have that weird blending overlay setting? What do you mean? Can you be more specific? Because I have no idea. I don't know. Everything's at 100% opacity. I don't have anything else toggled on up top. It's not an overlay layer, it's just a normal layer. Normal layers should stack. They shouldn't be translucent. So I think it's something with the brush. I don't know. Is your layer set to screen? Nope, it's a normal layer. I just turned it to multiply, so they're all normal layers, but I just turned it to multiply to fix the problem, but it shouldn't be doing that. Color setting on your device? Maybe. I don't know. I've never had this issue in any other program, and I haven't changed the settings on this computer in a long time. I don't know, it's just weird. It's just something that's been bugging me. Shine, shine, shine. You guys, I'm so paranoid now, even though I don't have problems with this computer. I just feel like any minute now my stream is gonna crash. Like I'm so I'm so traumatized from all the stream crashes lately. It's like I don't trust anything to work. You've never had that issue in Krita, but you've run into other bugs. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Is your computer, not this one, Chris, but my one at the studio. For anyone who missed it, I'm actually going to be canceling afternoon streams until the issues get resolved. Because between my PC just randomly crashing while I'm streaming, for no reason that I can figure out, everything's updated. Like, it's been happening for over, like, basically on and off for the last year, but it's gotten really bad lately. And then my internet just deciding to not work all the time. It just feels like it's a really bad viewing experience, and I feel really bad even trying to stream from there right now. It also just really stresses me out, and it's not, I don't feel like for my emotional well-being, I don't think it's worth it for me to stream from the studio right now because it makes me so sad. Like, I was very distressed yesterday. And so I think until it gets sorted, I will feel better. Just like not streaming from the studio, but that also means I can't do afternoon streams because I can't stream from here in the afternoons usually because of my roommate. So yeah, well, thanks, Miss Yvette. We're about to have actually an ad break, so let's just do some stretches. That's all we're gonna do during the ads. So if you don't have a sub or a turbo, you're not gonna miss anything. I'm gonna pause and I'm just gonna like do some stretching. I might go do like some off-screen push-ups or something because I had some caffeine this morning and I'm feeling weirdly jittery, and so I might need to go burn some of that. But we'll be back in about 180 seconds. We do ads like this so that nobody gets pre-rolls when they come to visit the stream, so thank you guys for putting up with that. And we'll be back in just a little bit. So you'll do some too? Yeah, work out with me, guys. So we're gonna do some stretches and maybe I'll go do a little push-up set. Eventually I'm gonna have a lift command like Chris Wright, but I'm not gonna work out on stream like Chris Wright because that's just too gutsy for me. One of these days I'm gonna have a little animated Casey that I can like pop into my cam where it'll like take the place and it'll like do little jumping jacks or something, so. What happened to me seemed to happen to Science last night, and someone rated into him and they said it just had. It's been happening to a lot of people, Germs. Yeah, I have noticed that, so I don't think it's just a me problem, but I think because it's like, it's been happening with the internet, it's been happening like even outside of that weird like OBS can't find the stream key thing. My actual internet has been dropping just randomly, and so it's extremely frustrating. So there's multiple issues going on. I think maybe that part could be more than just me because I have heard other streamers talking about it lately. But it's just, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, let's stretch. But thank you. Yeah, thank you for the encouragement. I really appreciate you guys, seriously. Thanks for sticking it out anyway. Yeah, one of these days, Chris Wright. Okay, let's do some stretches. So I'm gonna do a posture stretch. If you want to do this with me, we call it unshrimping here in our Twitch. I've heard a lot of artists say that and I really like it. But the idea is just to like overarch your back. So just kind of take your back and like make a C shape. So you're just gonna like basically overstretch your back. Don't hurt yourself, but you want to kind of correct the hunch posture by doing the opposite. So you're taking your back and you're going like that, essentially. So I'm kind of curving my back and pushing my shoulder blades together really hard and kind of like tensing those muscles, really trying to flex them and stretch them and kind of like reset those muscles to hold my shoulders further back than they normally do. And this is hopefully over time, the idea is that this will strengthen your shoulders muscles to actually pull your shoulders back into place. So this can help with like shoulder roll where you just like have this posture. It kind of basically overcorrects that. So you're gonna push and hold for about 20 seconds, which I feel like I've already done. And then after about 20 seconds, or 30 if you want to go longer, you're just going to relax. And when you relax, it kind of drops your shoulders into a more natural position. So you've gone from this like overarched back position to like just a relaxed upright position. And the idea is that over time, you can kind of like winch yourself back into place. So feel free to do that. I try to do that anytime I'm like walking, sitting, driving, like anytime I notice that I'm kind of hunching, I'm trying to like consciously correct that and put my shoulders back. At first it feels weird, but I have been doing that stretch pretty regularly for like over a year now, and this doesn't feel awkward anymore. It doesn't feel like these muscles don't feel tensed at all. Like, I think it does work, it just takes time. So anyway, there you go. Shrimp is life. Well, see, here's the thing, Germs. I don't want to have back pain when I'm older. And I know that bad posture is like the leading cause of spinal issues and like muscular issues, neck issues. So, you know, to each their own, but I'm trying to get ahead of that. So if anybody wants to join me, that's what we do during the ad breaks. We're also gonna do this carpal tunnel stretch. This is my favorite carpal tunnel stretch. You gotta get your thumb in there too if you can, but just kind of like gently pull your hand toward your body. Basically take your hand, turn it upside down. You can push against a wall if that's easier. You can also do a prayer pose and just kind of push your hands toward your belly if that other stretch is like too hard or too awkward. But try to do all of these for at least 20 seconds. I feel like if you do it less than that, it doesn't actually give your tendons time to really like loosen. They say the longer you can do it, the better. I mean, you wouldn't want to do it for like 2 minutes because that's gonna cause stress long term, but yeah, anytime we do an ad break, we just do one or both of those stretches. So there you are. And welcome back, everybody. Okay, let's, there you go, Miss Art Rules. Draw a rally car? I don't even know what that is. if you have a suggestion. Is that those little tiny ones that look like box cars? Like when I say box, I mean like the Boy Scout box cars that people make. And they're like, they just look like cylinders with like big wheels. I actually don't know. Or is that something else? You want the monster truck? We've done that before. We did monster trucks. I did an invasive species truck day, and we did I think I did like an iguana in a monster truck. Oh, well, thanks for hanging out, Dan the BC Man. I appreciate you. Let's see. But yeah, we could do a monster truck. You remember that? You were here for that too? Nice. Well, thank you for hanging out that much time. That's a long time ago. I think that one just posted to YouTube a couple weeks ago. Hey, Frozen Yak. How's it going? Good to see ya. It's a car built for racing over fairly rough terrain. Yeah, but aren't they like small? Rally car? Let's see. Let me do a quick search. Oh yeah, no, this is not what I'm thinking of. What am I thinking of? There's like a specific type of car I'm thinking of. What is, maybe it's just like an old version of a rally car. But I'm trying to find a picture. It's like, in my head I can like picture it, but they're like very cylindrical with big wheels. Or at least they used to have big wheels. I don't know. Maybe that's just an old-timey rally car. Derby car? Maybe. Oh no, these are like the little Boy Scout ones that I was thinking of. Maybe. I have no idea. Soapbox Derby? Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. Is this it? No, that is very cute. What am I thinking of? Maybe I'm just thinking of an old-time derby car. A dune buggy? Maybe. Maybe I'm just thinking about like a 1950s race car, yeah. Dune buggies are more like ATVs, aren't they? Yeah, those are like ATV. ATVs are kind of fun. Maybe I'll do an ATV. Why does this one look like a Cybertruck? Why do we want this? Painting a car. No, I'm not strong. I've been streaming for like an hour and this is as much car as I've made. I'm not strong, Joe. Also, how you doing, Cuppa Joe? It's good to see ya. We're talking about types of cars. And I'm clearly just remembering a car that doesn't exist. So Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Maybe, actually, maybe I am just thinking of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. What a strange name too, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, I think that is what I'm thinking of, actually, is like, it's like this. This looks still like a little more old-timey than what I'm thinking of, but it's got that same aesthetic. Oh my gosh, poor Dick Van Dyke. Sorry about that, Chris Wright. I thought I approved his name specifically so that this wouldn't happen. I apologize. My automat is strict. You did. I know, I definitely specifically allowed his name before because of that reason. I know, right? If any mod knows how to approve the term Dick Van Dyke, please feel free to. Okay, also, you guys should be following Cuppa Joe if you're not already. I see you there, Joe. How you doing, by the way? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. Cuppa Joe does really awesome pixel art and could probably draw a car, quite honestly. Oh, the Streamlabs bot. Got it. Oh, I didn't know there were separate rules. Oh my gosh. I need to go make a note to like update that. There's always so much to do. You guys, my whole life is just editing things, I swear. I feel like it's a constant, like, oh, something I need to edit or research. Cool. So I just spend like none of my time when I'm not streaming drawing, I feel like these days. Don't get me started on tax season being here. I gotta figure that out. I just got some more tax documents in the mail finally. Is anyone else who's doing taxes? Have you guys gotten your Twitch tax documents yet? Because I'm still waiting on mine. very frustrating. Okay, let's see. Edit, add, edit, stream. Is it Streamlabs bot? Maybe Streamlabs. I don't know if it's Streamlabs or Stream Elements. Auto mod list to allow Big Van Dyke. To allow DVD. Okay, anyway. You have a tax lady? Does your tax lady do Colorado taxes? For independent contractors? I've been thinking about getting a tax person. I did actually call just like H&R Block or something and just say, hey, what are your rates for having like a private CPA? It was a little more expensive than I was expecting. I was expecting like $200 to $300. They were like $450 is what you could expect. So we'll see if I can find another CPA that can do it for a little bit less than that. But I'm specifically trying to find somebody who is good with independent contractors, and like I don't actually have an LLC. I might need one eventually. So like it's my taxes are weird, and I'm always worried every year that I'm doing something wrong and then I'm gonna get audited and be broke. Like every single year tax season is so stressful because I do them myself. And I definitely made more money this last year than I have in the past, so I'm like extra worried that they're gonna have their eye on me now. So anyway, she's great. You throw a ton of stuff away and she charges $200. Do you think she'd give me that rate? Yeah, if you think she'd be willing to take on more clients and you've been using her for years, like I trust. See, that's what I've been looking for, is like another artist who has a CPA that they trust, that they like know is good, that they've used for a long time. So many of the artists here in Colorado like either do it themselves or like have people with like a family friend who's only giving them a special deal. So if you think they'd take on another client, I would definitely be interested. Yeah, so you do have to pay for an LLC, and it does kind of, I think it has like more requirements that come with it too. I'd have to start paying more money, but I still, because I have 2 jobs and because I make more money at my day job, I think I would still get a tax return. I think I would just get less of a tax return because I'd be paying, self-employment taxes and stuff. Yeah, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. And if not, maybe she knows somebody who would, or somebody in Colorado. An LLC is never worth it. Well, I think it's worth it just to separate your personal finances from your business stuff in case there ever is an issue. That means your entire financial everything isn't at risk. Yes, but I have a W-2. But then there's so many like Schedule C's, and like I do so much private client work that I don't do any kind of like invoicing for, because it's just like a private individual. It just makes it really complicated. As you know, as anybody who freelances know, which is part of why I haven't taken freelance work honestly in a long time, is because it's like, well, I just don't want to deal with the taxes honestly. But it would be nice to have the extra income. And especially if I'm gonna have to start paying for internet maybe separately at my studio, I may need to take private client work just to make up the difference of that. Ugh, so much to think about. I've heard California is wild for an LLC. Yeah, I'm sure Colorado's not great because we have a lot of similar tax laws to California, so I'm imagining it's more complex here too. It's such a drag, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're all like, oh, taxes. Casey is worried about something. I know, I'm sorry, Charlie the Dragon. I'm such a worrywart. I try not to be, but dang it. It's a hard habit to break. It's a hard habit to break. I should draw a different car, because I'm clearly not making progress on this one. Blah. Wow, look at what a great job I'm doing. This just looks exactly like a car. Holy smokes. What in the world? Look at these very carefully observed wheel spikes. Oh my. Boy, am I an example or what? Yeah, don't do it this way, guys. I'm just being blah about it. All your account checks are just for your name, but for tax and legal protection. Yeah, I think it's better for tax and legal protection, for sure. Like, if something ever did go wrong, or if you had to declare bankruptcy, like, I have some friends who, I mean, hopefully you don't have to do that, but, like, I think it's better if your personal finances are not affected by any of that stuff. So I think it's, like, in Colorado, I think it's, like, $50 to register an LLC. I think it's a one-time purchase. And then you just, but it basically just means I'd have to be really good about keeping on top of like expenses. And I'm okay about it. Like, I've got a pretty decent habit about writing that stuff down. It's just like keeping track of all the receipts and stuff. Like I basically shove them all into an email folder or if I have like a file folder on my computer. But it's still like a lot to sort. I think if I did it, I'd want to get like a separate credit card just for my business so I can just track all expenses easily and then just only use that for business expenses. And it's just a little more than I've done so far. So if anybody has a good credit card recommendation for a business credit card, I don't know which one to go with. Yeah. Taxes are done automatically, that's nice. Yeah, it's stressful for sure. You have an LLC and financially it's worth it, but I think it's dependent on the state, yeah. You can easily do that yourself. You should get a credit card. Yeah. Sorry, I'm behind in chat. The only good thing about getting commissioned rarely is I don't get commissioned. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I think I'm missing some of this chat here. Bonus of getting an LLC is you can write off a lot. Yeah, and I do track my mileage. I track my like gas receipts. I track all the stuff that I like as if I was an LLC. So I've already got the habit. So I think it wouldn't be too hard of a transition. I started doing that back in 2015. So I think I'm pretty good about record keeping. It's more just been like a, in case they ask me, here's all my evidence sort of thing. Neither of us did push-ups. Shoot, Sloppy Salamander, you're right. We got so distracted talking, I forgot to do push-ups. If somebody wants to redeem the lift command, I'll go do some push-ups. Let's see. It was at $20 after that, and then $25 yearly after that state-wise. So I usually use Free File, so that's part of the reason I haven't done a CPA. Go on, thank you, Kudo, I shall. That's part of why I haven't, because I've actually been able to file for free every year, and so I kind of like that. You know, weirdly enough, I'm a fan of filing for free. And but like every year I do get nervous because I'm like, what if I'm doing this wrong? And then they audit me. And then every time I've talked to like a tax lawyer or CPA, they're like, nah, you don't make enough money for them to care about you. But then I'm like, the paranoid part of me is like, but what if they decide to? Like, oh gosh, it's so stressful. Use that as a lift redeem, saving that stretch for after the push-ups. Oh yeah, we should. Okay, all right, let's go. Hold on, BRB push-ups. I don't even know what a skull crusher is. I know that you've done them before, Chris, but why don't you show us? You should have clips of your little workouts that you can just like submit. All right, BRB, let's go do some push-ups, guys. I'm not doing them on screen. I'm gonna do them over there. So there we go, doing push-ups, I swear. You're just gonna have to believe me. That's what's happening. Did 5 push-ups. Not the girly kind either. Strong. Alright, there we did. I did it. Okay. I promise. I'm tired. Yeah. One of these days I would like to do like more than 5. I'm sure I could have done 10, but I wanted to get back to drawing. I did, what is it called when you like, is it downward dog? I don't actually know what it's called, but like you do the push-up and then I usually just like sit back on my heels and like keep my hands forward. It's like stretchy. Feels really good. So that's what I do. You are the modern day T-Rex. They were the girly cat. That's okay. You gotta work up to it. You gotta work up to it. You gotta work up to it, Sloppy. Okay. I always hated push-ups. I don't mind them because they're fast. Another one that I do when I do at-home workouts, I just do like, I hate planks. I do push-ups. Glute bridges are supposed to be really good for like a lot of muscles. So I do those. I try to do the ones that give me the most benefit for the least amount of time. So it's like, and then I have some stretchy bands. I actually have some like, I've got like a hip injury I'm still sort of recovering from. It's getting better. But I need to do more PT for it. So maybe like a PT redeem because I need accountability with that. I'm so bad at doing my PT. I think I've done it like once a week, maybe. I'm supposed to be doing it like every day. So anyway, same, yeah. We'll do a PT one too. One day maybe I'll lead a workout for art. You should, that would be fun, Chris. I'd come if I wasn't at work. Yeah, do stuff that's like specifically good for people who sit at a desk all day. That'd be awesome. Once a week is more than nothing. It's more than nothing, but I don't think it's consistent enough to And sometimes it's like once every other week, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm pretty bad about consistency. I just forget. I basically hop up in the morning and just like get to work. And I'm trying to get back into the habit of like waking up, doing my journaling, like doing some stretching, doing some workout stuff, like making tea. Like I used to have a really good habit when I was full-time freelancing of just like starting my day off like that every single day and just like having that routine. And ever since I've been back to work part-time, it's basically just like slowly gone out the window. And then I had a running injury that really threw me off and I just stopped doing almost all physical activity because I kind of had to. Anyway, ramble. Oh, thank you, Isel. I should probably draw more than one car, so let's do another car. I need to get better at cars, guys. I'm not rambling to avoid drawing a car. That's definitely not what's happening. Let's go back to my vehicles thing. I kind of want to draw an ATV, I'm not gonna lie. Does that count as a car? Can it count as a car? It's not really a car. Pinterest is terrible for this. Nice. Wait, am I rambling? What's happening? I don't think I'm rambling. Let's see. ATV. Let's see. Before 2022 ATV. Because as we all know, you cannot trust photos these days. So we're gonna look at the old ones. They're just so chunky and charismatic. I really like the way ATVs look. Let's do this one. This one looks fun. This one has good shapes. Wait, is that a 3D render? I want a photo. Okay, this one looks fun. I think this is an actual photo. I don't know. Shoot, I have no idea. If my computer crashes, I love you all. And I regret nothing. Actually, no, I have a lot of regrets. Mostly about putting you guys through a crash. Stop trying to load things, computer. You're too old. Just calm down. Calm down. You don't need to load all the things. There we go. Okay, I think nope. Yeah, here we go. Okay, it is a photo. It's just like a cropped one. I'm gonna draw an ATV. I don't care if it's not a car. This interests me more, so I'm gonna draw it. I also just realized I forgot to post that I was streaming on the blue sky. I guess I'll do that real fast. Oh boy. Do I really want to tell people that I'm drawing cars at this point though? I'm only gonna be on for like another 30 minutes. Probably not. I take it all back. Sorry, that's me verbally processing. Doing some color studies today on stream. Nice. That'll be fun. I hope it goes well. You wrote an ATV once. Nice. Oh, you petitioned to draw me an animal. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. We do have a draw me an animal. Okay. BRB, ATV. A lot of people use perspective blockouts to help with perspective. I need to see, and I really need to be better at drawing in perspective, Joe. I'm being such a bad example right now because I just freehand. I really don't like drawing in perspective. I find it very boring, but I know that it is really helpful and it can help you be better at freehand. So I need to do more perspective drawing. But I also don't really know how very well. I mean, I kind of do, but I feel like it would be watching an infant learning to walk, and so I hesitate to do that on stream. I tried once, and I couldn't even get the perspective tool to work in Krita, so I just gave up. But I probably should. If anybody who is really good at perspective wants to offer advice or, you know, lead a perspective stream, let me know. Let's see. Nice chicken. Oh yes, it is a good chicken. A carriage is a vehicle. Hey Bach, how are you, by the way? No, let's do the draw me an animal, because with my luck, somebody else is gonna redeem draw me an animal, and then I'm gonna have a backlog of draw me an animals, and I'll get behind. So let's do that really fast. Stretch, hydrate. I did those things. Honeypot ant. Okay. Let's draw that really fast. Let me save. And go back to this. Honeypot ant. I kind of just want to draw an ant holding a honeypot. But let's figure this one out. So if you don't like bugs, look away. I don't know if people are afraid of ants. Are people afraid of ants? I don't know. If you don't like ants, look away. Honey pot ant. It's a very cute name. Are these the ones that have the giant... Well, don't answer this. So this is me talking out loud. The way this game works, for anybody who hasn't been here before, please don't give me any hints in chat. Feel free to go look it up yourself. But part of me feels like this is that ant. It has like a giant abdomen, right? And they like drink out of it or store something or something eats. I feel like I'm remembering something vague about this. So I'm gonna go with my instinct on this one. I don't know how to draw an ant really, but I'm gonna try. Sweet, they have a little, do they have a neck? I think they have a neck. This is called a thorax, I think. And then they have like a big booty, I think. I'm pretty sure these are the ones that have like something that it's like liquid looking or something, I don't know. Okay. I feel I have a vague, I'm interested to look this up because I could be totally off on this. We're gonna give them little pincers because ants have those sometimes. And then I don't remember how their legs work, so we're just gonna do this, and that, and this. Okay. I'm gonna make them like brownish yellow. Yeah, if you don't like bugs, don't look it up. Smart move. I think I saw something about this like forever ago on a documentary and I thought it was interesting. I could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna say that it's like, there's like some kind of like they store sugar or something, like, and they can like use it to survive or something else drink, like maybe a baby, or I don't remember. We're gonna find out though. We are gonna find out. That, just pretend that's some kind of a liquid. I give him little yellow eyes because he loves honey. So let's give you little dark feet. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Maybe I'll make it like dripping honey. I don't know. That looks weird. I don't like that. All right, we're gonna leave it this way. We're gonna leave it this way. And it's on sand, and I forgot to check the time, so I have no idea how much time, but I don't think that was 5 minutes, but I am curious, so we're gonna look it up. Okay. A little spout to dispense it, right? I started to draw that, but it looked weird. So let's look it up and see if I'm even remotely close. Honey pot ant. It is! It is! I do remember this. Yeah, I didn't draw I thought I drew it big, but I did not draw big enough. Holy cow. But I'm gonna give myself like a 90% on this one. I did have a vague recollection of this animal. Look at this. Look how interesting this is. Okay, well don't if you don't like bugs, but like holy cow, these are so interesting. They're ants which have specialized workers that consume large amounts of food to the point that their abdomens swell enormously. Other ants, yes, I do remember seeing this in a documentary. Other ants then extract nourishment from them through the process of trophallaxis. What is that? I've heard this word before. Transfer of food or fluids, okay. Functioning as living larders. That is such a specific function. That's so crazy. Honeypot ants belong to any of several genera. Okay. Here, look at them though, if you want to. Like they just kind of hang out and they're like food dispensers. Isn't that wild? Their abdomens become food storage. Look at this! That's so crazy! Oh, that one got squooshed. It's kind of sad. Many insects, notably honeybees and some moths, collect and store liquid for use at a later date. However, these insects store their food within their nest or in combs. Honey ants are unique in using their own bodies as living storage. Crazy. Used later by their fellow ants when food is otherwise scarce. So they're basically like backup food. When the liquid stored inside a honeypot ant is needed, the worker ants stroke the antenna of the honeypot ant, causing the honeypot ant to regurgitate stored liquids. Okay, so they don't leak it from. So it's basically like they're feeding from their mouths. It's kind of like a mama bird, I guess, and a baby bird. Maybe that's what trophallaxis means. That's really interesting. When the abdomen's empty, the membrane is folded and everything overlaps. So basically it can retract. Oh my gosh, that is fascinating though. And ants are really interesting too, because I feel like a lot of them, I can't remember if like all of them have like, Science would know this. I don't know if Science is around, but he would know the difference in this. That is some weird dystopia. I know, right? It's really interesting though, because ants, I think it's like, some of them, like, they have tasks assigned at birth. It's like a chemical thing that happens. And then some of them, it's like they get fed a certain food and it can change like what they become, or like if the colony just needs it, something gets triggered genetically and they like become this thing. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. If you guys want to learn more about the honeypot ant, check it out. And if you want to learn more about ants in general, if you're curious, I'm gonna shout out Science Streams. He hangs out in here a lot. Most of you guys probably know him. But he definitely would know the answer to this stuff. So if you want to go ask somebody live questions about scientific things about ants, he would probably know tons of stuff about the honeypot ant. Anyway, thank you for the recommendation, Germs. I'm gonna give myself 100 on this one. I think I got it. I didn't draw it exactly right, but I feel like I knew what that was, and I drew it okay. Some studies suggest that ants may have a degree of self-awareness. Wow, they can. Wow, that is wild. It is a little gross, Cecil, but it's also super interesting. Aboriginal peoples eat them like snacks. Yeah, that's what it looked like on the Wikipedia. It's really interesting. Delicious fruit gushers. Yeah, they kind of do look like gushers. These are really extreme. Yeah, for sure. Not super interested in cars, but oh, thanks, Rue. Let's see. Let's see. Ugh. Which is to say my good leg is even weaker. Yeah, I have a running injury and like a very small muscle tear in my hip that apparently just like needs a lot of attention, and I haven't been giving it attention, and I probably need to, or it's gonna be weak forever. But they basically told me it was gonna take up to 2 years to heal, and I kind of just passed that 2-year cusp. And so it does sort of sometimes get stiff, but I think that's just weakness. So I think I just need to build it back up and keep it strong, basically, because I have a strange hip situation. Anyway, so yeah, maybe eventually I'll make a PT command, and like a workout command. That's on my list, but let's draw this ATV first. Oh hey Science, we were just talking about honeypot ants, and I was like, you know who would know about honeypot ants? Probably Science Streams. How are you doing, Valence? Good to see you. I was trying to remember how different some of the stuff that you've talked about on stream is like how different ants get their job assignments, and you don't feel like you have to explain all this right now. But like some of it is like assigned at birth, and then some of it's like chemical things that happen in their life, right? Or like different things that can change, like if they need to be in a certain role. So it was saying that I was curious how the honeypot ant, like how those specific individuals become, like are they just born that way, or like if it's like, oh shoot, we're having like a drought, time to like make some of you guys start storing food, and then they just like get triggered somehow. Ants are so interesting. Anyway, you haven't tried them, but they are allegedly tasty. That's what it was saying on Wikipedia. Yeah, we were just looking at we had a draw me an animal request for the honeypot ant. Anyway, how are you? Presumably a similar mechanism in terms of epigenetics, but no one knows. Fascinating. Fascinating. Yeah. Yes, it is good weather right now here too, Kudo. Today's I think the warmest day it's gonna be this week. So, you guys see I'm doing it again. I'm starting with circles. All right, I'm gonna try to start with squares. No, I hate it already. I don't want to start with squares. Grr, squares. Gross. Who likes squares? Nobody. Well, some people. I like circles. I want everything to be circles. Okay, I'm gonna try to draw this in perspective. We'll see. We'll see how I do. See, this is a circle. I want to draw that. That looks like more fun. And this one goes here. I hate it. I hate it. And this goes here, and that goes there. Grr, arg, bleh. I just want to draw ants. Glad to see. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sai. You're very, very sweet, Belen. Thank you. I wish my internet felt the same way about me that other people seem to. My studio internet hates me right now. But I'm glad. I'm glad for anybody who wants to hang out here and start their day off here. Or, you know, whatever time of day it may not be. Maybe it's evening for you. Anybody who hangs out here is much appreciated at any time of their day. or night. But I hope your work day is going well. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm just struggling with vehicles right now. Hearts to you too. Boxes are dumb. Let's go back to circles. What's the most circular car you can think of, chat? Maybe I'll do that one next, and then we'll look at what everybody else did. So if anybody else is drawing along, by the way, for the art gym, if you want to, you don't have to, but you can share your stuff, your warm-up studies in the art gym section of the Discord. If you have like general art you want to share, like stuff that's more imaginative, or like a finished piece that you use reference to make, that's going to be a little different than a study. So you can look at the pins in the Discord if you're unsure what constitutes a study, or I don't know what I would constitute a study. The purpose is not to be exclusionary at all. I try to offer lots of opportunities for people to share art. In fact, we have a showcase coming up next week. Oh shoot! But the showcase, we may have to do the show. We'll have to do the showcase at the end of the art gym. For those who don't know, by the way, normally we do. Shoot! I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna have to change that. Maybe I'll get the internet fixed by then, but if the internet in the studio doesn't get fixed by next week, we're actually gonna have to change the time of the showcase to the morning stream. I kind of made a soft announcement yesterday after all the issues we had on stream that I'm not gonna be doing afternoon streams for a little bit until I can get my internet sorted, and my PC will not stop crashing when I'm streaming, and I don't understand what's wrong. So there's like multiple issues going on right now with my studio setup, unfortunately. Which makes me really sad, because like, you know, there's a lot of people who stream in the afternoon that I won't be able to like grade into or see or interact with as easily. But it's just something I feel like I should do until it gets sorted. So I'm probably not going to have afternoon streams for a little bit, which is making me a little sad, because I've been doing those are actually my original stream times. I've been doing the afternoon streams for like years now. Yeah, anyway, hopefully I can get the studio internet and my PC situation sorted, and then maybe I'll hopefully soon be able to start them up again. But I think I'm gonna have to temporarily cancel afternoon streams, so I'll try and maybe do that. Might mean that I end up doing some more like morning art gym streams, like if I can in between work, like if I have a late shift start. So I apologize to my mods in advance. You know, don't feel like if I do an off day morning warm-up stream that you have to be there, but I don't know, I feel bad taking away 2 of my 5 streams. But I don't know, it's such a frustrating situation. I don't really know what else to do. So unfortunately that means, yeah, like the sculpting stream that we were gonna do on Wednesday is probably I'm gonna have to cancel it, I think. I can't stream from my apartment. My roommate is here in the afternoons. She basically gets off work at the time that I start my afternoon streams. And it's too inconvenient to have to bring all that stuff here just to bring it back and try not to break stuff, so yeah, I don't know. It's a little discouraging, but what's very circular? Wait, hold on. The most circular car. Yeah, let's look it up. A Beetle. That's very circular for sure. Porsche is egg-shaped. Okay, good to know. Let's see. Sorry to hear. Hey, PK. Yeah, it was really discouraging yesterday. I got a couple of I got triple rated yesterday during my afternoon stream. My internet kept blipping out. I've been having internet issues, and so it kept dropping lurkers. And then right after I got a raid from Kasem, which was super nice of him, I'm flattered that I'm even on his radar. It's a pretty big art streamer here on Twitch. My whole PC just crashed, like totally crashed. I got it back on, and then basically like 5 or 10 minutes after I got it back on, my internet just went out for no reason, and it stayed out until I left. Like it was out for at least 25 minutes, and then I finally gave up and went home. It was just really, really frustrating. So anyway, I'm hoping it's just a router issue. I'm gonna try and work with the studio landlords to like figure out what's going on. Hopefully we can get it sorted. I may end up having to pay for my own internet system, which I'm not looking forward to. That'll be an extra, basically, I mean, in total, with some other stuff that I might have to add on, it's going to be like an extra $100 a month, which I do not have. At least I won't have until June, because that's when my car payment finishes. I'll finally have my car paid off. But it kind of stinks to be like, all right, well, I still don't have this $100 that I would like to be using for like food. So I don't know, I'm trying not to think too far ahead, but that might end up being what happens. So we'll see. We'll see. See you later, Isol. Thanks so much for hanging out. Yeah. Oh, and also, if you guys aren't following Painted King, we've rated in a few. See, another person we've rated into in the afternoon that I wouldn't be able to go say hi to. It just makes me sad. There's like so many people who only stream when I'm finishing in the afternoons that I wouldn't be able to like hang out with. But you guys should go follow Painted King if you aren't already. If you have specific internet quality questions, I can try and help you work in that. Oh, do you? I mean, if you're offering, I might send you like a whisper or something and just kind of explain what's going on. And I also don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm thinking it's a router going bad, because it's like, Raga, one of my mods, gave me a great idea and said to basically run this process that pings my internet. You probably know what I'm talking about, like every 30 seconds or something to check it. And it has been really like blippy. And then like some of those blips have been causing OBS to do the can't find the stream key error. And so then I'd have to like close OBS and like restart. And kind of keep the stream going that way. And that's been happening to a lot of people on Twitch lately, so I kind of feel like that one might be a Twitch and me problem, but I don't think my crappy internet is helping. And then sometimes it'll just go out, like, and it's a bounce signal, it's Wi-Fi that I'm bouncing to a router that's in my studio, and then I'm like hardlined to the router, so it's kind of a weird system, but it's the same system I've had for 2.5 years, and it's worked perfectly this whole time. I've not had an issue with this specific problem this whole time, so I'm kind of thinking the router might just be going out. I'm hoping that's all it is, but I've reset the router, I've done a hard reset. My landlords are hopefully going to do a hard reset of both the modem and hopefully also the bounce system, whatever that is, and hopefully that'll fix it. If not, because like the people in the house that use it are also having this problem. But not nearly noticing it as much as me, because it's affecting my streams. Like, I think I notice the internet drops more than they do. So I don't know, but it does help to hear that it's happening there too. So it makes me think it's either the modem or the router or both maybe need to be replaced. But if that doesn't work, I think the next step will be to like pay for a separate internet and see if having like a separate connection helps. So unexpected changes like that are usually environmental. Could be as silly as new kitchen appliances to router. Really? New kitchen appliances? What do you mean? Like something's like pulling power because it's running, like using the internet? That's kind of what I thought it was at first. I thought it was like a heavy usage issue, because there's like 4 people in that house now that weren't there before, and we started having issues around that time. But then like the last few times that it's dropped totally, there's been nobody home. There's been like 1 car or no cars in the driveway. So like I've been the only one on property. So that kind of makes me think maybe it's not like a spread too thin issue. I don't know, I'm hoping it's just a router or modem problem. I'm trying not to be too fatalistic about it, but it's just been a really frustrating problem. Anyway, thank you for the offer to help though. EMI interference? What do you mean? Microwaves, smart fridges can all kill Wi-Fi. I'll ask if I have a microwave in my studio, but I'm not using it, right? It's like an old one too. It was like a $5 Goodwill microwave that I got that's probably built in the 80s. Microwaves are off, so just don't run the microwave or unplug it? Is that what you're saying? But I've had that microwave in my studio for over a year. Interesting. Smart fridge. I'll ask if they got a smart fridge recently. Wonder if that's what caused it. Huh. Okay, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'm hoping that, so the guy, the husband of the couple who run this property that I rent from, he actually works in the tech industry, so I wouldn't be surprised if he had some techy things in there. But they moved out. I would imagine they would take a smart fridge with them and not just give that to renters. Some more food for thought. Interesting. Well, thank you. I'm hopefully gonna have a meeting with him soon, and we can like maybe try and troubleshoot it together. Maybe run some tests or something. I don't know, but it's like really stressing me out. Like I had to offline raid yesterday, and I had almost 300 people watching me, and that hasn't happened in a long time. And it just kind of was stinky to lose the opportunity to like grow a little bit, or I don't know, just like get more eyes potentially from the industry, people who are on Twitch, like on my work. I feel like that's one of the major things that I lack here, or that I've lacked when I've been trying to get into the industry, is just like people, like I've lurked for so long. I just feel like people don't know I exist, and so many of my friends who work in industry, they know that it's like any industry, right? Like it's really who you know, and if you get recommended for a job kind of thing can do so much more for you than just being like a cold call, constantly trying to get work that way. So I'm trying to work on that, but it makes like stuff like losing my internet in the middle of like big raids is really discouraging. Yeah, it wasn't great. Usually when use, okay, maybe. But like there was nobody at home the last few times it's dropped, at least not that I could tell. Or, yeah, I don't know. Well, if it's a microwave affecting the modem, like I have no control over that. Yeah, I don't know, it's just really stressful. So yeah, at TLDR, that's why I'm thinking about probably canceling afternoon streams until I can get this all sorted. Because like between the internet problems and my stinking computer that's freaking brand new that I spent like over $2,000 on, just like crashing constantly, it's like a whole other set of stressors. I gotta just like sit down and find some time to research that and figure out why that's broken. But I can't research it if my internet doesn't work. So it's just like a constant loop of tech issues right now. They're really frustrating me. Hey Dally, how you doing? It's good to see you. Your exercises are done. Good for you doing exercises. That's awesome, Sloppy. Yeah, networking is a big deal, for sure. Okay. Microwave eats your Bluetooth earbud connection when you're near it, and it's running. Weird. So weird. I had no idea. Even if it's an old microwave, this is news to me. This is brand spanking news to me. I've never heard of this before. This is the messiest ATV I've ever seen also. Why are you guys here? Stop watching me. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Oh, hiccups. Sorry. Okay, they passed. Let's do... Let's do anything. I would totally drive that through a mud puddle. Yeah, you should. It's very muddy looking already, so it would fit right into the mud puddle. I just want to look at the colors right now. I don't even think I did these things in the right places, but... Your microwave is right above the stove. Weird. How dare you? Sorry, PK. I appreciate you. I'm honored that you lurk here. I do not deserve this, but I appreciate it. Especially when I'm just flailing and struggling at vehicles, which I never draw, don't study. This is definitely one of those art gym topics where I get a little self-conscious, if you haven't noticed, folks. I'm sure you don't need me to spell that out for you. But it's like, man, I just do not study cars often enough, and it's just a huge weak point for me that I'm trying to get over. We'll see. I don't think I'm doing it in the best way possible. I would probably benefit more if I would draw in perspective, but I just like circles. I just like circles. It's just that way. Having the Bluetooth switched on your laptop sometimes makes it disconnect randomly from Wi-Fi. Huh. Weird. Have to turn off and on the Bluetooth. That's frustrating. ATVs scare you. You lost a friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, wear a helmet. Wear a helmet. They're not the safest vehicle. It's definitely a sporty leisure vehicle. Yes, safety gear is important. Triangle is the best shape? I don't know, man. Circles are pretty cool. You'll have to convince me on triangles. You must like graphic design. Where's Chris? Is Chris Wright still in here? Dude, he probably likes triangles too. I would love to like straight lines. I would absolutely love to enjoy geometric shapes that are not circles. However, boy howdy. See, Chris, you graphic design people. Chris Wright just bursts out of the background. I love triangles. But I like the concept of triangle. It's a strong shape. I just don't like straight lines. Yeah, they're more of a planar exercise for sure, Deli. And that's why I struggle. I don't like, I rambled about this already earlier in the stream, but for anyone who missed it, if you'd like a repeat ramble, let me know. I definitely struggle. I get very bored with drawing in perspective. It's a personal failing. It's nothing wrong with shapes. It's just me being incorrect. Oh my gosh, hold on. My whole thing just blipped. If I start having tech issues here too, I will just cry. Oh, go on. Okay, great. Well, let me tell you how much I don't like grids. Chris is like, not again. He already had to sit through this once. This will make anyone who's a graphic designer very sad, but I am definitely more of a organic shapes, lack of rules, gestural person, and I also prefer, I struggle with anything that's like structured, not necessarily in my life. I'd like to think I'm a pretty organized person in general. Oh my gosh. PK, thank you so much for that Prime sub. I appreciate that, and I hope you enjoyed your alien baby gif. You recently drew a samurai because you wanted to draw a big nice triangle. I do appreciate shapes and character design. So character design shapes are different. Like that, I can just jump into that and I could be like, yeah, let's do like this big triangular person and like just use a lot of like hard shapes for them or whatever, or an animal. But like when it comes to drawing in perspective and like having to line things up on a grid and like anything with measurements and like being more exact, my brain is just like, I don't care enough to put that much time in. And that's why I struggle with machines, and I'm doing an exceptionally poor job today. I feel like I've done a little bit better in the past, but it has been over like a year since I've done a car study. But I don't know, I want everything to be, my brain is just like, why is everything not circles? Why not? Like, why not everything that? And it's a problem. You just measure between, see, and I don't want to. Don't want to. That's really what it comes down to. That's why I say that this is a personal failing. This is not any, you guys are all correct. I understand this. I just, it's something I'm working on, and that's why we do studies of like geometric things every once in a while. Eventually I'd like to do more like drawing and perspective studies, but I need to get better at that, I think, offline first before I'm ready to like do that for an art gym. Because despite my best efforts, I do feel like some people feel like I am teaching you how to draw. And I really don't want that impression, especially with like perspective things like architecture and just like anything with a hard edge. Frankly, I'm just like, this is like, I'm here to learn. Very specifically, I'm here to learn, and you guys are just my accountability partners helping me make sure that I learn. I'm trying to get the bad art out. Yes, I'm trying to. This is an especially true mantra today, because this is an area of huge weakness for me in my repertoire, if you will. Partly because I just like painty lines, I like gestures, I like looseness, and I think there is a way to do that with this kind of stuff. And like once I pull this together with like some harder edges, it will kind of shape up into something that looks a little more geometric, but I know that I do this in the most inefficient way possible, and so I just get really self-conscious about like people emulating me. Especially if you're like learning how to draw. Like I don't want anyone to walk out of here thinking that I know what I'm doing. That's why I'm constantly like trying to reinforce that I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro streamer. I'm not a pro artist, like at least not like proficient, meaning pro. Like I'm trying to be, and that's why I'm here. But like I'm just learning, so. And you went back to bed for a bit longer? Yeah, exactly, Boxy. This is something that I know that a lot of artists don't like drawing stuff like this. It's literally outside of a lot of people's wheelhouses. Just the biggest fan of Harry Chapin's All My Life's a Circle. Wait, what? Just misunderstood Circle of Life and the Lion King. Oh yeah, for sure. You can measure with your pencil. You can, but I don't like it. I understand it, that's not what excites me about drawing. I'm very much more freeform with what makes me want to draw. I'm about on par. I don't know what that means, Maze. I feel like because of your sticky out tongue face, I feel like you're making fun of me, which is fair. Gotta get me into Gundam mech. I've actually tried to draw Gundam before. Grids, not on my watch. Yeah, right. I just hate grids, you guys. This is, even if you hate my geometry. I don't hate your geometry, Chris. This is why, you guys, again, this is why I want to find more graphic design people to hang out with on Twitch, because I feel like I do learn just listening to people who are into this stuff talk about why it makes them excited. And I'm hoping that it will change my way of thinking. What I was talking about earlier was like, I am definitely a function over form person. Like in my daily life, in my personal life, in my art, like at least insofar as like, I prefer like if I can just quickly like sketch in like, oh, here is a lion or something. It's like, I don't need it to be perfect. I just, if it gets the communication across that like, this is a lion, I feel successful and I'm ready to move on. You can't do that when you're drawing stuff that's like more geometric. Like you have to be more precise than this in order to make it convincing. And I just like, don't want to. It's very like, I don't need it to look pristine, but you almost have to make it look convincing. It's a whole other skill set that I just like haven't developed. And I know that I should, and that's why I practice. But like, see, I'm already like, I want to do this now. Like, I just want to do something organic. It's a problem. It's a weakness, and that's why I'm practicing it. So anyway, yeah, no, this is why I'm also why we do like clothing studies, because like I don't care about fashion. I'm a t-shirt and jeans girl, or t-shirt and whatever pants are clean girl. Like I don't care. I just don't care. And this is why I'm a bad graphic designer and a bad designer in general. And it's a struggle, and I need to figure out a way to be excited about some of that stuff. And it's just it's not a skill set that I have, and I need to develop it. So that's the truncated version of the rant that I went on at the beginning of stream about the whole like grids versus organic drawing. Let's see. Always default to form follows function. See, you and Chris probably think the same on this, I feel like. Figure out how it works. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Figure out how it works and make sure those things are present, and then you can abstract. Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I was actually talking earlier about how I'm way more interested in like how the engine works in the car and like how those pieces go together and figuring out what's underneath the shell. And I think learning about like, you know, like I can, like even with my extremely limited understanding of car anatomy, I feel like I could still be like, okay, whack! Hold on. That scared me. I'm so sorry. Why do I yell like a cartoon character? I'm so sorry. Like the axle, like I can kind of find that stuff, but I don't understand enough about like how the frame attaches to things or like where exactly the engine sits. Like I understand the fundamentals of it. Like here's the seats. Like I can picture all of that. And so it's sort of like knowing the anatomy of an animal, but applying it to a vehicle. But like that interests me way more than like drawing a box around it and like finding the perspective of the box. Like I know that's the better way to do it. I just have zero interest. I need to work on that. And welcome in, Raiders. Sorry, you caught me right in the middle of a ramble about why I suck at drawing cars. So welcome to the art gym. Welcome to the art gym. I'm trying to get better at that exact problem in my life by drawing cars today. So the art gym is like a warm-up study session that we do here Monday through Wednesday, where we just practice various topics. I invite people to draw along, and if you want to share any studies that you do, I do have a Discord. Don't feel like you have to join, but if you want to, there's an art gym section. If you do any studies from observation, whether it's real life around you or something that's from a reference, like a photo reference, feel free to drop it in there. We'll look at it at the end of stream. And we always do this Monday through Wednesday. So you have, at any point, you can drop a study in there and we'll look at it on stream eventually. As long as it's work safe or, you know, like drawn primarily from reference. Not like a finished piece that you used reference to make. That would go in art share. There's like a pin in the channel if you're curious, like what would qualify. But oh, I can't snooze this ad. Well, we're about to be thrown into an ad because apparently I'm out of snoozes. I did not know that. But if you have anything you want to share, thank you so much for that raid. Is it Diana? Diana the Ashen. Thank you. If you want to drop a link in chat, links are fine as long as they're work safe. I'd love to show it on screen. We'll do it after the ads though. I'm so sorry. I can't snooze the ads. We do 180 seconds of ads every hour. I'm just gonna stretch during that time. But thank you for that follow. I heard a follow alert. I really appreciate that. I'll introduce myself and look at your stuff after the ads start. But yeah, or if you have a social media you want to drop or something, feel free to do that. More art gym. Yeah, we do it Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. I don't know what just happened. Oh, thank you, Diana, for the follow. I really appreciate that. Wow. Well, I'm glad that you got in. Oh, you did just snooze it. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Siren, how's it going? It does help provide a sense of stability. Yeah, and I know it's the skill set that I need. We're talking about the conflict between like geometric drawing and perspective drawing and like organic gestural drawing, and it's definitely a tough thing for me. But yeah, if you have anything you want to share, please do. Like I said, for the art gym, today is cars, but we do other things too. Let me run through a few of those since the ads got snoozed. Thanks, Amaze. Like we do a lot of anatomy studies too, because I'm trying to get more comfortable and more proficient at drawing people. I do a lot of animal. I'm more of a creature artist myself, so I end up drawing a lot of critters. But we talk about anatomy and how to apply what we learn from the anatomy to like reference studies. And we talk about studying versus copying a lot too. Like it's really easy to fall into the trap of copying when you're working from these two-dimensional images. That's why I always try to encourage, if you're able to go out and draw from actual observation, because your brain's going to work differently and it's going to actually improve your skill set a lot faster. But our motto is to get the bad drawings out. So we're all just here to collectively acknowledge that we all need to do studies and we're all really bad at stuff, and we're just kind of sharing that together. So yeah, it's awesome. You need to do more of that. Yeah, same. But yeah, so this is what we do in the mornings. We're doing vehicles today. We've done like architecture. We do like environment elements, all kinds of stuff. And so I just invite whoever wants to, if you need accountability, the idea is it's like going to the gym. Sometimes you need an accountability buddy, right? So that's why we call it the art gym. If anybody wants to share on socials, I try to share them when I find them, especially on Instagram. It's a little easier for me on Instagram, I think. But yeah, feel free to use the art gym hashtag. I do follow that on Instagram, and I'm also on Blue Sky and some other places. But yeah, if you want to share, if you want to post stuff online, I'm happy to, when I can. Sometimes I'll repost those things. But yeah, that's me. I see a link here in the chat, and it looks like we have one more snooze left. So I'm going to go ahead and peek at your links that you have here. Let's check it out. Oh my gosh, these are fantastic. Holy cow. So this is Diana. What was the rest of your? Diana the Ashen. It's a cool name. Fantastic character design stuff. Do you work on this stuff on stream then, I imagine? A lot of prop work, concept artist. These are great. Wow. Really, really incredible stuff. I think we gave you a shout out, so, but I'm not sure. But just in case, I think we did probably, because my mods are amazing. And they're way faster than me. But just in case, make sure you guys click that link and give a follow. I'll make sure that I'm following. I don't know if I've seen your work before. Very cool to meet you, and thank you so much for coming on in. I really appreciate the raid. For anybody who wants to see some of my work, I'll show that in just a second. I'm gonna peek around a little more though. Ooh, this is cool. Nice. I love anything with like a heating element. I'm such a sucker. This is great. It's so cool that you get to see your process and stuff too. Very, very cool. Thank you again. I'm honored by the raid. I broke my chat. Hold on. Let me see if I can scroll down and figure out where anything is. I'm doing about as well as I always do, trying my best while going to great lengths to avoid. I'm not necessarily trying to avoid the subject. It's just that I get distracted by talking, but that's fine. You can read that however you want to. You redeemed a thing. Oh no. Oh, gratitude jar. Okay, yeah, we'll do gratitude jar here in just a second. Sorry that I missed that. We do need animals in the vehicle for me to be excited. Yeah, we'll do the gratitude jar. I'm gonna just make sure I didn't miss anything from Diana in chat. Hey, Fecy, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in on the raid. Small horde of undead. I'm also just easily jump scared. Let's see. Yep. More of the art gem. Okay, I think I'm really behind. Thank you for snoozing that, Amaze. I do have an Instagram. I need to update everything. Yeah, I understand that. Well, thank you so much for sharing your work. It's really cool to look at. I hope everybody clicked those links. These look fantastic. And I hope your stream went well. For anybody who's curious what I do other than the art gym, I'm an illustrator. I'm trying to get into like children's books, graphic novels, book covers, that kind of thing. Typically, when I can get my internet to work, in the afternoons I'm at my studio and I'm streaming from there, doing like more project-based stuff. So like full illustration. We tried to do a painting last night. I don't want to go down that little rabbit hole again, but I may have to put my afternoon streams on pause for a little bit until I can get all my tech issues sorted. But this is the kind of stuff that I do. I have a webcomic if anyone likes those. You can look at that if you'd like. It's !drift. I also was going to have a sculpting stream tomorrow. I typically do sculpting on the last stream of the month, which for me is going to be Wednesday, or was going to be Wednesday. But unfortunately I'm having trouble streaming from my studio right now just for various reasons, and I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm unfortunately temporarily having to put afternoon streams on pause. Hopefully I can get it sorted soon. But if you like this kind of stuff, that is typically what you can see. Exclamation point socials if you want to see. I think I already posted my socials, so you don't need to post those again. But anyway, this is the kind of stuff that I work on typically in the afternoons on stream. I'm mostly an illustrator. These warm-up streams are just to practice to help me become a better illustrator, basically. A better artist, so that's what we're doing right now. But I like creature design a lot. On the first Wednesdays of the month, I typically do these Sea Slug Dragon streams, which I'm going to be really sad if we don't have it fixed by next Wednesday, because I really like these. It's like a fun creature design prompt thing that I like to do, where we'll just look at a sea slug and then I'll design a creature based off of that sea slug. So I really enjoy it. Hopefully everything will be sorted by next Wednesday and we can do that on stream. We also do like showcase stuff, all sorts of things. So yeah, that's what I do. So welcome in. And thank you for that raid again. I really appreciate that. Okay, scrolling. Concept artist, you say? Right? Yeah, and Dally works in the industry too. You guys should, yeah, everybody go follow Dally as well. You work on commissions on stream. Nice. You like, yeah, heating elements are good. I've been uploading all of my my art gym warm-up VODs to YouTube lately. And I just posted one that's like when we did the fire study of like warm things and fire. I definitely need to do both. Looking at two artists, both rated me. Oh my gosh, no way. Hey, Sir is it Drake Cheer or Drake here? I want to make sure I'm saying it right, or is there some other way to pronounce it? But Drake here is really, really awesome as well. You guys should definitely. We've gotten to raid Sir a couple of times too. Let's see. Sculpting is really fun. Yeah. Have you ever thought about doing a mural? Drake here or Drake here? Drake here? Okay, or ch. Either way, you guys should go follow Sir Drake here and Dilly Dally and everybody. Everybody knows. I know once you start hanging out on art streams, it does get like the art Twitch world does get smaller. It's like everybody kind of starts to know everybody else. That's one of the things I kick myself about the most, is the fact that I was too intimidated for years to actually interact with the rest of art Twitch. I've actually been streaming technically for like years on Twitch, but I was too scared to actually reach out and like talk in anybody's chat or like get involved in anybody's community. I really shot myself in the foot pretty bad for a long time. So last year I sort of made it my goal to like meet as many artists on Twitch as I could and just like get over that fear of not being good enough. And everybody has just been so amazing, honestly. Like, Art Twitch is one of the nicest groups of folks that I've ever interacted with. And then, of course, Science Twitch adopted me, and here we are. Yeah, Science Twitch is incredible, too. Hey, Turgus, how are you doing? Turgus, I really appreciate your enthusiasm. I hope that you know that, even though I'm too nervous to take advantage of it. I hope that you know I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. You've only been streaming for like 5 months. Yeah, it's a really wonderful community. Diana, welcome in. I'm kind of on like a little like, I almost feel like an art Twitch evangelist to my friends sometimes, because I'm like, hey, you guys should get on Twitch. It's much better than all these other social medias. Like, people actually are interested in what you're doing and they want to see it, and you don't feel like you're shouting to the void as much. Now, granted, it can still feel that way if you're like I used to be and just too nervous or too whatever to like actually interact with anyone else. Like, nobody's gonna find you. But the minute you start actually showing up in other communities and become a regular in a chat or get into a Discord and like start getting involved in some art share stuff, it just moves so much faster, I think, personally, than I've ever experienced on any other social media. And yeah, it's really nice too, right? To like, because art is such a isolating endeavor. It's just nice to have company. You know, like, we're all just the way I see it, I'm sitting at home alone drawing anyway. Like, I've been needing to do these studies anyway. I might as well stream it. And you know, if no one hangs out, no one hangs out. Nothing changes. I feel like for me, it's like you know, might as well, it's not going to affect anything sort of thing. So I'm always encouraging people, like if you're an artist and you're thinking about streaming, or if you just want to get involved in like some Twitch communities, join some Discords. I have one if you want to join, you don't have to, but we do a stream tips section specifically for people who are looking for how to like get into streaming, how to get set up. It's a place to ask questions. We have a lot of folks in my community who have just gotten into streaming, a lot of artists especially, but there's like gamers who are starting out too and other folks too. So if you're looking to connect and like want to find other people who are also kind of starting the journey, you know, just if you haven't joined a Discord yet, you could start in mine, but you don't have to. There's lots of them out there. We do have an ad break coming up, so I'm going to just take this opportunity to stretch. So that's what we do during ads. I pause, we do a stretch for about 180 seconds, and drink some water, get a snack, whatever you want to do. But if you want to support the stream, feel free to leave the stream running. You can mute the tab, just don't mute the VOD. And it should make Amazon pay me if you want that. But we'll be right back after these messages, I guess. And if you can still hear me, we're just gonna do a posture stretch. Everybody unhunch, unshrimp, uncurl your back. You can also like push your neck to kind of like fix the tech neck problem. I'm gonna give a little massage there too, because I feel like that's a big issue that I don't want to have when I'm older, is like neck and back pain. So I'm trying really hard to like prevent that now by fixing my posture. So if that interests anybody, feel free to unshrimp yourself. And what I like to do is like, you basically take your back being all hunched and you like make a C shape with your back, so like overcorrect almost, and then you're gonna push your shoulder blades together and hold. I've heard it described as like trying to pop a walnut or crack a walnut between your shoulder blades. So you just like hold for about 20 seconds or so. And really flex, and don't just like sit there, but like really flex them and like kind of get those muscles all like clenched and activated, right? And that's going to strengthen them all to kind of keep your shoulders in a better position. But remember, we're overcorrecting, so this obviously is not like the end goal, but it is going to help. And then after you have done that for about 20 seconds, you just relax, and by relaxing, you're just dropping your shoulders basically, and that's going to over time kind of like cinch you into a more upright position. So. And it's going to make this putting your shoulders back feel way more natural. We're also going to do a carpal tunnel stretch. So I like to do the one where you take your hand, if you guys can see that, and then point your fingers at the floor. You can use a wall and just push against the wall if that's easier. What I like to do is take my other hand, basically put it across all my fingers, including my thumb, and then pull gently toward my body. This shouldn't hurt. If it hurts, this might be something you work up to. Just do the wall press or do the prayer pose, which I'll do in a second. But if you hold this for about 20 seconds on each arm, this is supposed to be one of the best stretches, especially if you can get your thumb in there, to help avoid like carpal tunnel, tennis elbow, that kind of thing. So my physical therapist taught me this one, and it's definitely the one I probably use the most. What kind of dinosaurs are these? These are Vroom Vroomosauruses. We're doing stretches right now, Turgis. I don't know. It's a good practice. Joints will be happy. Exactly. Yeah, I figure I need to be stretching and exercising more, so we just do that during the ads. Maybe should I go do more push-ups during the ads? I don't know if I can do all my push-ups in 20 seconds. You needed that? Oh good, I'm glad it was helpful. Yeah, the reason I do all my ads together like this, and I think we're getting out of ads now, so hopefully welcome back. If anybody made it through the ads, thank you for sitting through that. But the reason I put them all together is because it actually eliminates pre-roll ads you have to do 3 minutes of ads an hour to eliminate pre-rolls. And I do them all together so that we can plan for them. It's enough time to like stretch and get a snack. But it also means that when people are popping into Raid or like checking out the stream, they're not just immediately hit in the face with ads. Even if it's just like 30 seconds of ads, it's still, I feel like I feel that way when I go into a stream. I just want to check out. It's really annoying to be immediately hit with ads. And sometimes I'll click out because I'm like, I don't want to sit through this ad. So I'm hoping that it kind of makes it a slightly better experience for people, but who knows? But anyway, thank you for anybody who sat through those ads, and thank you especially if you allowed the ads to play without muting the stream, because that helps pay for my studio and potentially extra internet if I end up needing to do that to fix my internet issues at my studio. So. Yeah. Carnotaurs? Is that your favorite, Kodali? We do have, for anyone who's new to the stream, we do have a Carnotaur flailing Carnotaur emote because Prehistoric Planet is funny, and I really like the flailing Carnotaur that they put in there, even if it's speculative science in some ways, potentially. It's very funny and I enjoy it an immense amount. Maybe too much, actually. But the minute I saw that, I knew I had to make an emote. It was just like, this has to happen. It's too good. Did you guys know Owl City made a cover of this song? I didn't know that until I was hanging out on Yingularu's stream this weekend. That was an awesome revelation. That might end up in my playlist. What am I drawing? I'm drawing cars today because I'm bad at them. And I don't draw inorganic things very often, and I need to practice. So we don't always do animals and people for the warm-up streams. I do sometimes do inorganic things. Anybody see anybody waiting? Oh. But I hope you're doing well, Kadali. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate everybody hanging out. We are gonna be, I really wanted to finish this, but my stream is going kind of long. Oh, shoot. And I have a meeting. Shoot, hold on. What time is that meeting? I have a meeting in about half an hour, so I'm gonna try and wrap up in the next 5 minutes. I'm really glad I remembered that. Holy cow. That was close. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to try and just quickly slap on some hard lines here to kind of bring this together. And then we're gonna look at what you guys did. So if you have anything that you want to share, if you were doing some warm-ups today, that you want to pop into the Discord, we have an art gym section for that. Feel free to do that. If you'd rather just post a link in chat whenever we get to the show and tell, that's also fine, as long as it's work safe. So far we haven't had anybody abuse that, and as long as that continues to be the case, we will not have to worry about it. And I appreciate all of you guys being so chill about all that. But yeah, so we'll be doing that probably in the next 5. I'm just gonna like quickly sketch in the rest of this. It is not gonna be accurate in the slightest. So sorry in advance. But let's see. Ouch, I just stabbed myself in the face. Very exciting. Ow. I might start bleeding. Apparently my fingernail is quite sharp. Time for you to do a lurk. Well, thank you again so much for that raid, and I appreciate the lurk, seriously. And if you have to, you know, close the tab eventually, I understand that too. But yeah, thank you again. It was lovely to meet you. Hope to catch a stream sometime. And thank you for trusting me with your community. I really appreciate that. I'll try not to let you down. Scribble, scribble, scribble. That's a thing. This is not looking like that, but that's fine. Yeah, it's not like a bad meeting, Miss Yvette. It's just like something it's something with my day job that I committed to, and I just don't want to back out on that commitment, so. One could say that I over-involve myself in pretty much everything I do, which is sort of a personal failing of mine. I need to back out probably of some stuff, but oh well, maybe another day. Not today. Slapping in a few more details. I think I'm getting close to where I'm gonna have to stop on this. I was trying to make it kind of pull together a little bit more. I do feel like once you start adding these hard edges to like shiny objects and geometric objects especially, it does tend to sort of make it look a little more refined than it actually is. So just, you know, don't look too closely, obviously. But I may not have time to do all the things that I would normally do because I do not want to be late for this meeting. And I also have some other stuff I have to get done today. I have to take my car in to go get evaluated. I might be without a car next week. So I have to figure out like transportation for that and just, you know, life things that keep happening. I've got an appointment, I think this afternoon after that. So there's always something, it feels like. You can never just have like a week where things just do normal. Like, I don't know, things just go normally, it feels like sometimes. I wonder why that is. Sometimes I'm like, can I just have a week where, like, I actually accomplish the things I need to accomplish because nothing bad happens? Or, like, nothing unexpected happens? But I guess that wouldn't be life, so. And I do like, generally, I do like life. So I guess that's just part of the trade-off. How long, Miss Yvette says, I wanted to ask you when you started streaming, how long do you recommend? I think when I first started, my streams were pretty short. I don't know, I think if you just want to test it, a short stream is probably good. But you just also, like, if you only stream for a short period of time, something to keep in mind is, like, especially if people don't know you stream, or you just don't have a lot of, like, yeah, mostly if people just don't know you stream or aren't streaming, like, you'll have to, like, if you want people to actually hang out, to, like, post that you're streaming in Discords and stuff, that of, like, people with people you know, so that they know that you stream, and then typically I would say, like, the first hour of streaming, people kind of trickle in. So the first half hour to an hour is kind of, like, the slow part, typically. Where sometimes, like, especially when you're first starting out, like, there was multiple streams when I first started out where I just, like, nobody ever came in. Mostly because I didn't know anybody on Twitch, I think. Like, and I wasn't posting that I was streaming anywhere, so I just didn't... Yeah, like that. You just have to expect that to happen when you first start out. So don't go into it thinking you're gonna have, like, 50 billion people hanging out. But if you just want to test it, I think a short stream is good. It depends on your goal. I think I would say if you're just streaming for fun, just do what you feel like. If you are streaming because you have, like, certain goals, like, the sooner you can make a schedule and stick to it, that helps a lot, so people know when to expect, like, they get used to you streaming at a certain time, so they know when to hang out. But yeah, I don't know. I think a short test stream would be good. If you just want to test stuff and see how it works. Just manage your expectations, is what I would say. Because I certainly got really discouraged when I first started streaming, because it was like, oh, nobody hangs out with me. And it takes a while. It's usually not something that, unless you already have, like, a huge following or something, it's usually not something that happens overnight. Most people I know who, like, who stick with streaming, they just do it for fun, and it, like, turned into maybe something that was more structured, but if you're just doing it for fun, I think that's the best way to do it. But that's just my perspective. It could be very flawed. It could be, somebody in chat could be like, nope, that's not how it was for me, you're totally wrong, and that's valid. Won't you lay me down? Won't you lay me Oh, I keep hearing this really loud sound. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Or if it's just windy outside. Okay. I think that's all I have time for on stream right now, because I've got to go get ready for this this meeting. So we are going to get into the Discord now and look at what you guys did. Hopefully some of those details kind of cleaned it up a little and made it look a little less messy. Oh, saving, thank you. I do need to save. Please don't crash, computer. Please don't do it. Please don't do it, don't crash. Okay, phew. Ugh. My heart drops every time I do anything on a computer now, because I'm just, like, expecting tragedy. So bad, it's so bad. Ugh. Got PTSD from stinking... What was that? Did it crash? What happened? What was that sound? Oh, free up storage space. What do you mean free up storage space? Holy cow, computer, I have just deleted 300 gigs of video from you. How much more storage space do you need? What the heck? Oh, sorry, don't look at my recycle bin. Is my recycle bin full? Not of videos. It's got like some JPEGs in it. Okay, you know what? Fine. Here, I'm gonna empty my recycle bin. Here. 55 items. Did you empty your bin? Yeah, but like, that's not that much though. I literally have cleared, I've deleted, because like, I deleted so many videos that it didn't even send them to the recycle bin. It was just like, hey, these are too big to send to the recycle bin. Do you want to just permanently delete them? And I said yes, every time. And that was at least 150 videos. So like, it has plenty of space. I'm telling you guys, technology like hates me right now. What is going on? Why are all my devices just like, okay. I know it's not some big conspiracy, but dang it, I understand why conspiracy theorists exist, okay? Okay, moving on. It sure feels like it sometimes. The tech gremlins, seriously, like what the heck? All right, save. Wait. It's taking forever to save again, freaks me out. Critta, you're freaking me out. Don't do this. It's supposed to be a lightweight program. Let's see. Yeah, how much? I'm just curious now. I'm gonna get into the Discord here and look and see what you guys have been up to, but I want to check my PC. Oh, it's my C disk that's full. Okay, that makes more sense. So this must be saving to C drive. Maybe that's why. I need to get another SSD. But I've literally got 500 free gigabytes in my SSD drive that's in this computer. So I've got to figure out what is taking up so much space here. I'm gonna do that after stream though. Okay, let's go to, yeah, don't feel like it's not supposed to be. Everything is supposed to be saving, like all my files save to my E drive. So I don't know what's taking that up. I wonder if it's some of the games and stuff that I've downloaded recently, if they're defaulting to the C drive. I thought I told everything to save onto my, that's why I have an SSD. That's a 1 terabyte, like, so that I don't have anything saved on my C drive. Okay, let us check the Discord. Well, that does explain the issues. Okay, at least the slowness of this computer lately. I just don't know why it's happening, but going into the Discord, we are going to look into the art gym section. So if you have not already and you wanted to participate in the show and tell, feel free to post. Why can't I see my chat? What's happening right now? Okay, scroll. There we go. Oh goodness. Hey, Draw Curiosity, how you doing? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. If you guys are drawing along or you wanted to draw along, there's the Discord link. If you've been doing some studies, we're gonna go peek into the art gym and show off some of your stuff. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I love these. Okay, let's check and see what you guys are up to in here. So I'm gonna go into the Discord and let me just scroll down and make sure there isn't anything that's not work safe, which so far it looks great. Thank you guys for your help with that. Basically what we do is we look at everything that has been posted since the last thing we looked at on stream, which was my hand and arm studies from yesterday. So here we have one from James. I feel like this is somebody who was in chat yesterday, but I don't remember if they stream. If you are a streamer, just make sure that you speak up in chat so we know to shout you out if we don't already know. But let's look at what James did. And James, if you are a streamer and you happen to be in chat, let us know so we can shout you out. These are some great hand studies. Holy cow, these look so good. I love the values. I love the warmth that you added to the values. Like you leaned away from like direct shadows, like using a lot of black, and just did like warm shadows, which I find really, really attractive and fun to look at. But just the structure of the hands are really lovely too. Really nice job with these. Yeah, it's really, this one especially I really like. Just really nice gestures and all of these, really great movement, good structure. Like these are fantastic studies. Def and Lurk today. Well, thank you so much for lurking. And if you guys aren't, if I do know somebody we can shout out, even though they don't do a ton of art on stream, but do a lot of science on stream, is Draw Curiosity. I met them through Blint, actually. I think a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. You guys should go follow. Brand new, not brand new, but like just started streaming on Twitch recently, I feel like, and it's doing really well. So I'm happy for you, and I hope that continues. I'm happy to help. Let's see. So yeah, thank you, James. This looks lovely. And if I knew who you were and if you streamed, I would shout you out for sure. For whatever that's worth. But these hands look fantastic. Fantastic. And then we also, oh, is this like a figure, is this from a figure study you did? Like in an actual classroom? Wow, this is quite the costume. I just want to look at this costume for a second. What is, Charzia, if you are in chat, I would love to know, what, is this just like a random puppet this lady made? Or, oh, look at this one. I'm very distracted by these objects. These are cool. Okay, and then Charzia has been taking like an actual figure study class, which is so awesome, and I highly recommend that anybody who can, if you're able to, if you want to get better at drawing, if you want to get better at imaginative drawing, it's really, really helpful to draw from live observation. So taking something like a figure drawing class is going to be so helpful. Look at these lovely perspective drawings up here too. Holy cow, Charzia. Teach me your ways. Teach me your patience, actually, is mostly what I need, I think, is patience. But these look fantastic. This is a lovely figure study right here. And I think you posted another one too, but you're just gonna, you guys, your brain is gonna work so much differently when you're drawing from observation because you can't copy. Like, you're basically, the option to copy is taken away from you. You have to study when you're drawing from observation. So when you guys hear me say study, don't copy, it's harder to do that when you're working from a two-dimensional picture because that's already flattened for you. So it's, you can see implied lines. It's really easy to just like say, oh, I'm just gonna copy like the outline of the face or the outline of whatever, and you forget to study. But this, you can't. There is no, this is an object or a person or an animal that you have to observe and you have to study in order to draw. So this is gonna like level up your skills so much more quickly than drawing from, like I said, a two-dimensional references. Now, sometimes you don't have the option, right? Like I can't just observe a whale whenever I want. So I'm not saying that two-dimensional reference is bad, but if you're somebody who wants to get better and you wanna really see yourself improve, make yourself go to a coffee shop and sit and draw what you see. Make yourself go to a library and draw the bookshelves, you know, draw the people who are studying. Draw your cat, draw your hand, draw your shoes. You know, there's objects around us all the time. If you put yourself in situations where you're going to be doing more observational study, you're just going to see so much progress. And I'm so happy for Charzia and so proud. And I'm so jealous, actually, too. I really wish I could find the time and some university that would let me come in and just like audit and take a figure drawing course, or not even take a course, just like pay to be there during the classes and just observe and draw some figures. Because I think this is one of the most useful things you can do as an artist, is to take a figure drawing class of some kind. And it doesn't, if you're uncomfortable with nudity, like it doesn't have to be a nude figure. I do personally feel like you're gonna learn more about anatomy the more anatomy you see, much like I wouldn't want to go to a doctor who had never studied a body without clothing, but you know, obviously art's not as important to health as being a doctor, but either way, whatever you do, it's going to be helpful to draw from the human figure. So highly recommend, and I love seeing it, and thank you so much for sharing, Charzia. And like I don't know if I said before, but you guys should definitely follow Charzia if you aren't already. Charzia is also a streamer here on Twitch, does fantastic work. We've been able to read a couple of times, which I'm happy for. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing. That's why plein air and urban sketching, yeah, exactly, plein air sketching, same thing. In fact, I was kind of thinking of, since I have to cancel some of my afternoon streams due to internet issues, I might just, maybe we'll just do some plein air stuff. I don't think I'm ready to try that on Wednesday. It's also going to be really cold on Wednesday. But maybe next week, maybe in March, I'll replace one of the afternoon streams with a plein air sketch stream. We'll just go and do the animal sketch stream that you guys earned. So I haven't forgotten about that. But that's just going to be on my phone. That's not going to be with any bells and whistles or anything. But right here we have, I don't want to put dinosaur. We have a lovely drawing of a car from Miss Yvette. This is great, really great structure, really good job, like drawing the boxes and actually checking for proportion and checking for where the wheels go and like actually observing what you're seeing. This is a lovely drawing, Miss Yvette. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel like you learned something. I think you did a great job. Fantastic stuff. And thank you for anyone who shares. I know sometimes it's intimidating to share, and I want everyone to not feel like you have to, but if you did any drawing today, whether you shared or not, like give yourself a pat on the back. It's one of the least fun parts of being an artist, is doing the hard work of practicing and studying to get better. So, you know, kudos to anybody who does that. And thank you again for sharing. This looks great. I appreciate that. And it's pen with no eraser. Oh, that makes it even harder. So this is like a car on hard mode because you couldn't erase. Yeah, that's pretty brave. I don't think I could do that. Oh, thank you, Norvin Bega. Thank you so much for that follow. I super appreciate that. Bribowette did this. This is incredible. I have so many questions. Bribowette, if you're in chat, I would love to know. I would love to know. These are all real vehicles. Is this I've never seen something like this. This is so funny. But it does look like you drew it from reference. Like, I can tell. I can even see that this back tire either has a flat or is heavily weighed down by the weight of this structure. But I'm so curious about this one. Bribowette actually secretly streams, folks. I found this out and I was very sad that I missed the one stream I think that they've done. But if you want to give Bribowette a follow, fantastic artist who has shared their work with us before. I'm very honored to have you. And I love this. Oh, it's from Top Gear. That's funny. We were just talking about this. This is amazing. This is amazing. This actually makes me kind of want to watch Top Gear because I don't know what I'm looking at here, but I have so many questions. It looks like a building on the back of a sedan, potentially. Like maybe like a weird camper. This is very funny. But it's a great drawing also. Really lovely study, Bribowette, and thank you so much for sharing it. Like I said, folks, if you're not following Bribowette, make sure you do so that you can sneak in there if they ever sneakily get in there and draw and stream it. And don't tell us. Is that apparently it's a car from Top Gear? Yep, it's Fetish Cookie. Yeah, welcome on in. I've never seen Top Gear, so I don't know. But it sounds like everyone in chat is extremely familiar with this, and it might be a meme that I'm just out of the loop on. So. It's an attempt at a custom motorhome. This seems like it would be the worst way to make a motorhome. Like, wouldn't this just hit a highway bridge? And be super not wind resistant? Or drivable? I just would feel very unsafe in that top deck, I think. Jeremy Clarkson camper car. Well, there we go. No idea. No idea. But this is very funny, and it's a lovely study, honestly. Fantastic job, Bribowette. He drove over a bridge with it. Oh. I'm so nervous just thinking about that. So is this like a reality show, or is this like a series? I don't know anything about Top Gear, but I do like this car. All your concerns, 100%. Yeah, I don't know much about cars, but I can figure that out. Yeah, I figured it was a humorous moment in the show, Charlie's Dragon, for sure. Oh, but you also did these studies. Oh, dang. Look at you, Bribowette. These are great. Adding some little characters into the study. I presume these are also from Top Gear. These look like characters. I don't know anything about this show. It must be a reality show. It's a variety show. Okay, more Top Gear. Thank you, Evil. Or, Swedish. Swedish Cookie. I don't know why my brain read that as Evil. I'm so sorry. These are great. Look at these tire shapes. I actually really like the way you did this, Bribowette. This is really fun because you can tell that this is like an observational study, but there's still like this really strong style that's coming through. Really nice job. Man, look at how in perspective these are. These look great. These look like they took a lot of patience. Amaze is apparently extremely familiar with this show because knows exactly who all of these people are. James May, Richard Hammond, and Jeremy Clark. There we go. Yeah, no idea who they are. This one in the middle, what would you say his name was? Richard Hammond? He has a stain on his shirt. I don't know if he knows. So I'm letting him know through this picture. Oh, these are very dirty. I actually really like the way you did the dirt on these, Bribowette. And the shine on them is actually really, really interesting too. See, here's my problem. Like, I find this stuff so interesting to look at. But like the patience it requires to actually draw this stuff, like I just don't know why I can't muster that. But I really do like looking at it. These are hilarious. I just noticed the chair on top and the log behind that one. What is this show? I don't know if you're lucky or not for that. Oh. Yeah, I don't watch TV, so I don't know a lot of stuff. Charlie's Dragon. Middle one is a recreation of the Mr. Bean car. Oh, see, and I haven't even seen Mr. Bean. I know who Mr. Bean is, but I don't think I've ever seen a Mr. Bean show. I really like this. This might be... This way that you did the mud is really fun, Bribowette. I don't know if you're watching this or if you're gonna watch it later, but I really appreciate the way you did it. Thank you so much for sharing. Can I make this bigger? Yeah. Look at that texture. You guys, that's so fun.
See, I like messy stuff. Even if you give me like a geometric thing, I'm like, look at this really brushy, messy part of it. I think I just have a proclivity, folks, and I don't know how to get around it. These are great lines, though. See, I can appreciate it. I just don't know how to get the patience to do it. That's all. I also like the texture you overlaid on it with everything. That also kind of lends itself to that like dusty look, kind of like patinaed almost, because it's even on the people, I think. Yeah. Really, really pretty. I really like that effect a lot. It looks like Rusty Nib 1. Is that from Procreate? I have no idea. I don't use Procreate. I probably should. I have it. I just haven't drawn on my iPad in a while. Been too busy to play with it, which is sad. These look great. Thank you so much for sharing, Barba. These are fun studies. I appreciate looking at them. Hopefully people can go follow you. It's available in most major apps. Oh, really? I'll have to look for it in CSP. That's the one that I use. CSP and Krita is my primary uses. Oh, interesting. I'll have to go look it up. Thank you. I do like it. It's a fun texture. Thank you so much. Here, I'm gonna find a car reaction as well for you. Car. Oh, thanks, Tally. You're very sweet. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. Okay, and here we have Amazing Fan 15, our wonderful mod. Did a round car. I didn't have time to draw a round car today, but I'm glad you did. Yeah, Amaze really liked your, I think a lot of people really appreciated your Top Gear drawings. Top Gear. But thank you so much. Oh, and thanks, Raga. Appreciate that. I was trying to figure out, do the different shoutouts look different to you guys? Like if someone does the @ versus the SO versus the /, from my end, they all look the same. But maybe my Moobot's just making them all the fancy one. Either way, make sure you guys follow Amazing Fan 15. Does lovely studies. Here's one of PT Cruiser? I don't know what this is. And a sports car. I don't know what these are called. But they look great. Really nicely drawn. Great structure. Great proportions. You can tell Amaze is quite the handy draftsman. So if you guys aren't already following Amaze, has been doing a lot of animation on his streams lately too. So make sure that you follow another red car. Yep, 2 red cars. Is a Lancia Stratus. Okay. That's what that is, guys. I will never remember that. Good thing we don't do Draw Me a Car. Can you guys imagine if we did the Draw Me an Animal game, but Draw Me a Car? They would just be the same car. Over and over. Because I don't know the differences. But I mean, Amazes look fantastic. Thank you so much for participating and for helping and for all that you do. Hey, we got one from Dilly Dally. Get you a shout out too. I'll let the mods do it this time so that I don't accidentally do double shout out. But Dilly, these look great. Oh, I love this round one. Okay, so is this Fiat? Is that how you say it? I definitely read that as fat from a distance because it's so chunky. I love it. This is a cute little, it looks like a bug. See, I would just call that a bug. I wouldn't even know. You nodded like you could see. Thank you, Amaze, for getting that shout out for Dally. You guys, Dally Say is a fantastic artist that streams here on Twitch and has been drawing with us lately. It's just super cool to see. It's very inspiring, the stuff they do. Dally does a lot of character stuff, is an art director in the industry, a really great person to hang out with and just like ask questions and talk shop, and has been really generous, at least every time I've been in the stream, whenever I've just like had questions and stuff. So I like to lurk when I can, when I see Dahlia streaming, and you guys should too. So make sure that you follow if you aren't already. A Honda, I do like that you did a, what are these called? Is this technically this isn't a Vespa, right? It's like a motorbike. I actually don't know. I don't know if a Vespa is a brand or if it's a type of vehicle, but it reminds me of that. I don't know anything about vehicles. I'm the worst. I'm sorry. But these look great. These drawings are great. I love the cool, like, so you somehow made these cool, I guess it's like the pinkish and the purple, and it's like a warmth to the coolness in both of these. And it could also be that you're on a warm background, but these look great. Really, really lovely. It's a scooter. Okay. Honda Super Club. So it's a scooter. It's a brand of scooter. Okay, thanks. Thanks for helping me out, guys. Slash only does the Twitch panel to follow on top. Okay, so does the announcement. And a panel if it's not on cooldown. Oh, the app changes nothing. That's good to know. See, Rocka knows all the things about Twitch. Thank you for clearing that up for me. I will try to remember that. So / only does the panel. Okay. I just always do the exclamation SO. I feel like it's just faster to type, honestly. I wonder why you would do a different kind. Huh. Well, thank you so much, Dally, for sharing, and hopefully folks can go check out your work. Make sure that you do if you aren't already. I'm gonna put a little, just because I want to. Wait, is there a scooter emote? Scooter. There is! Heck yeah. Honda Super Clubs are like 50cc? Wait, what's a cc? I'm the worst. It's a brand of 50 to 150 car combustion. Carbonation coolness. I don't know what cc stands for. Cubic centimeter. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's the power of the engine. Okay. Gotcha. I'll just keep guessing. Casey Scooter. No. I need an internet fund more than I need a scooter fund. And then, of course, we have Rue here, killing it, with a 1910 Rolls-Royce. Oh, wait, there's a bunch. 1912 Model T Ford. So just like studies of old cars. These are great. I presume, as Rue often does, that Rue went to YouTube and found some videos and just did studies from stills from the videos, which is really a cool way to do it with animation, honestly. If you guys aren't following Yangaloo and you're not hanging out, you totally should. Rue is great vibes, great people, animates a lot on Twitch, and is very, very easy to ask questions of and just talk shop with as well. So, and Rue's actually recently gotten some cool projects for animation. So congrats again, Rue, on getting accepted onto that team, and I hope it goes well. I hope these studies are helpful. They certainly look awesome. You're always killing it with the animation stuff, so if you guys aren't already following Rue, make sure that you do. I think he animates in CSP, if I'm not mistaken, primarily, so I know about as much as cars, but Casey. Okay, thanks, Josh. Checking. Let's see. In cars, it's cubic capacity. Oh. Hey, lemon chicken butt nuggets. I'm gonna call you Lemon. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. Thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate you. We're actually doing like a show and tell right now. We just got to the end of that, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop into the Discord myself. I'm going to drop my studies that are kind of messy studies today, and I'll put those in the Discord. And then that way, anything that is below these, we will look at tomorrow for the warm-ups. Mine from today. And tomorrow we're doing cats, actually. Tomorrow is Invasive Species Awareness Day, I believe. I think there's an Invasive Species Awareness Week, but I think we're doing it for that reason. And we haven't done cats, just like domestic cats, in a while. So we're going to be talking about that. Drawing cats, bringing a little bit of awareness, doing our part to think about maybe keeping our cats inside as much as possible, because and reasons. In my opinion, good reasons to do so. Even if you have a bored cat, I feel like the reasons outweigh the boredom of your cat. But we will talk about that tomorrow. If you want to, come hang out. We're gonna talk invasive species and draw some cats. Cats are great. Don't get me wrong, love cats. Just love them inside. And so yeah, we'll look at anything you guys post between now and tomorrow. Tomorrow at the end of that stream. So. Right now, though, I'm going to save and close this because my stream, and now I know why my stream is struggling, because I bet OBS is running off of C drive, and that all makes sense now. So I'm going to save this. I think it's saved. Let me see if I can close it without crashing anything. And that tends to free up resources so that I can run my credits on my stream. Can we start a scooter gang? Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. Hey, thank you all for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys know that. Yeah, thanks for the company. Thanks for tolerating so many rambles and letting me kind of vent this morning about the disaster that was last night's afternoon stream. Unfortunately, for those who missed it, just so you know, in case you didn't hear earlier, I am going to be probably not streaming in the afternoon tomorrow. I'm going to have to cancel tomorrow's sculpture stream. Hopefully not for very long. If something changes and they get the internet fixed in my studio today, or before tomorrow's stream, it'll be back on, but I'm hoping that a reset of the whole system will fix the problems that we've been having. And maybe I could try streaming from the studio again soon. But for now, just for quality of stream and for my own sanity, I think we're going to have to pause afternoon streams for a little bit until I can get all the tech issues sorted. So yeah, it's really disappointing, but that does mean the showcase that we're going to be doing. If anybody wants to be a part of the monthly art showcase that we do, we're going to do that in the morning next week instead of in the afternoon like normal. So it'll be the first stream of the month in March, which will be on Monday, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, I think it's like a little less than a week from today. So if you want to submit art for the showcase, you have until the end of this month. So you have until like midnight on the 28th, basically. That'll be the cutoff, and that's Pacific time. I try to give as much time to as many time zones as possible, but feel free to go drop something in there if you want to participate. It's just one image per person per month. You can read about the details in the description of that channel. Let's go find an artist to raid. We're gonna go find somebody doing something work safe. Tends to be my preference. If I can find it, I try to prefer family friendly, but that's not always available. And we do try to change it up with who we raid, so we try to do different people each time. And today, who have we not raided in a while? Man, there's a lot of folks on today. Oh my gosh, I know who we're raiding. Oh, it is 18 plus. Shoot. I really love this artist. What are they drawing right now? Because usually they don't make 18 plus artwork. So the 18 plus might just be a warning about like the conversation in the chat. Because usually this artist actually does extremely work safe art. Like very cute, a lot of Pokemon fan art. Looks like they're doing a beautiful landscape right now. You guys, I'm just gonna say if you are at work and you are, or if you're around kids right now, good time to maybe lower the volume. Feel free to exit out. But I'm a big fan of this artist, and I very rarely get to go hang out in his streams. So let's go say hi. He's doing a beautiful landscape, you guys. I hate for us to miss out. So just be aware, this is an 18 plus stream. That means there could be some vulgarity. If you're at work, you might want to lower the volume. If you're around kids, you might want to lower the volume. Just consider this your fair warning. But the art itself is extremely work safe, so even if you lower the volume, you should be fine. I want to go say hi to Zesty Does Things. Zesty is a very inspiring artist to me. And I very rarely can catch a stream because I don't think he's been streaming regularly lately. So we're gonna go say hi. I'm a big fan, and I think you guys will really like his stuff too. Scooter raid. No. But thank you to everybody who's showing up in the credits here. I've recently started putting patrons who are at the $5 tier or higher on my Patreon on the credits as well, just because that's the cost of a sub on Twitch. And if anyone's interested in checking that out, you can go check that out there. And you can opt out if you don't want your name in the credits, just let me know, but so far nobody's done that. I just want a way to say thanks to everybody. I really do appreciate the support. If you are interested in financially supporting anything that I'm doing, Patreon actually gives me a bigger cut without me having to work for it, unlike Twitch. So if your main reason for subbing is financial support, Patreon is a better way to go. But I also understand the subs are a lot of fun with all the benefits you get on Twitch with subs. So I do appreciate all the subs. Thank you to all the subs that are showing up that sub today. Thank you to the raids. We got 2 raids today. Thank you again, Great Shono and Diana. It was really nice to meet you, Diana, and thanks for coming in. I appreciate all my mods, everybody, just everybody listed. You're all amazing. But let's go say hi to Zesty, and if anyone needs links, here they are. I think they're probably already in chat, but there's my links if you need them. We're gonna go say hi to Zesty, does things now, and I'll see you over there, okay? Bye-bye.